dramatic professional. Here's Rexwinkle. Labette County steals it, and she throws it right in the hands of Hernandez, and here comes the shifty point guard the other way.
Those turnovers, gosh, we got to, every possession's important.
Baseline drive, uncontested reverse is missed off the bottom of the iron, and Ridley's going to get the board. No foul called on the Lady Cats, who are hanging around trying to strip it from her. Labette County's in a half-court set. They try to go inside to Ridley. It's nearly thrown out, but Nevaeh saves it somehow. Into the hands of the Lady Cats it goes, unfortunately.
Gosh, lots happening. This is a busy transition.
As I think they're going to get Caton on a foul. She kind of hacked across the body of the ball handler. Yeah. So it'll be 2 free throws for Burlington.
Boy, so far Ridley is sure showing a lot of energy, battling down low, rebounding offense and defense. I hope that's how the whole evening goes for Ridley.
It's Josie Pfeiffer at the free throw line, shooting a pair. First is off the front of the rim, no good. Pfeiffer will get one more. Meanwhile, for Labette County, another substitution. Lynn Cherney will have a seat, and Aubrey Boss checks in. And for the Lady Cats, Bangs checks out. And I believe it's Bergio is in for her. Second is no good as well for Pfeiffer, so we stay at 2 apiece. Tonight. Yeah, I do. I do. It's pretty spotty, but Burlington's got some tough last names. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. That was on Caton, her first and the team's second, and another throwaway, but was there a push-off? There was.
Yeah, very good call. Aubrey was posted up and got shoved from behind, and the ref was all over it.
That's the first on Bergio and the second on the Lady Cats. Labette County with it. Set play for O'Brien. Right wing three's too strong. Rebound Burlington, and here they come this way.
I like that shot. Kind of a reflex pass to the top and back down. She had a good look at it.
Little better atmosphere than what we saw on Tuesday's 2 games. Burlington is the home team, but there is a lot of Grizzly Nation here we were speaking to before we went on the air. So a little bit more energy in this middle school. Hopefully everyone hangs around for the game after this one. 2:40 first quarter still. Just 2-2 is the score, and they're going to say that's off of Burlington. I thought I was going to have more time to ramble. I thought it was poked out by Addison, but they say it gets the fingertips of Hernandez.
Yeah, Nevaeh Jones played great defense there. She's been playing so well the last several games, just continues to be relaxed and just letting her game flow. I'm really happy for her.
Knotted up at 2. Burlington only made free throws, no field goal. Ridley has the only field goal for Labette County. Here's a tough baseline floater fading behind the backboard, but Aubrey Boss steals it away after Burlington got the defensive rebound, and Boss is going to go shoot 2 free throws off the foul.
Don't ever give up on the play. Kind of faked like she was headed back to defend and spun right back around and stole the inbounds pass, so good heads-up play.
Aubrey's first free throw's no good. Boss will get one more crack at it. Aubrey and her twin sister Kinsley have done a really nice job. They were implemented a little bit after Landry got hurt. Second is no good, but the Boss twins have came in and done a nice job, along with Reagan Roberts too.
I'll tell you, Coach Ballmer's done such a great job here lately of getting some younger players in, some minutes, some experience, so that's going to pay off.
Yeah, Jaden Davis as well, been playing some more varsity minutes since that Pittsburgh win. Still at deuces. Burlington has it stolen away again. It was Addison and Caton in there on the effort. O'Brien's left open from the top of the key. An awkward shot selection. She airballs it out of bounds. She was so open, she felt like she had to take it, but it was not a good set shot.
A little off balance, but I love her shooter mentality.
Yeah.
Every shot's a chance to make it, and that's hard to coach that, really.
Shelby Wilson checks in for Aubrey Boss. Lady Cats with it, surpassed the 2-minute mark. Jones is going to defend the basketball. Now they'll whip it to the left side. Ridley's going to deflect the the entry pass out of bounds. Stays with Burlington. They were looking for Bergio on the interior.
Lynn Cherney continues really to be playing well tonight. It's good to see.
Burlington inbound underneath their own rim. Another risky pass. Every pass feels pressured except for this one. Left corner 3 off the mark from Young. Backside offensive rebound is successful, then a throwaway. Here comes Labette County the other way. Nevaeh Jones across the half-court strip. She'll pull up from 10 and hit it.
What a good decision. She didn't try to force it. It wasn't there. She pulled up and hit the 8-10-footer. Super.
This could be a good one. 4-2 Labette County, a near travel on Burke, but she put it on the floor early enough. Misses a layup. Rebound Ridley. Hits the deck for probably the 4th time in the early goings of this one.
Guess who?
Here's Nevaeh. She'll let it rip from the top of the key. Missed just barely. Ridley with another putback. Can't find it. Rebound. Pinballing around. Both colored jerseys. And here comes White the other way. That's Burlington. Up ahead, Young. And a foul. Was that from behind on Addison?
It was. Just hustling down the court, and the girl pivoted out and kind of got in her way. That was just unfortunate.
Audrey Dewey's going to check in for Labette County, and Josie Pfeiffer checks back in for Hernandez. Dewey came in for Addison Rexwinkle. That's Addison's first and the team's third. Burlington with 3 as well. They'll flip it in to the far corner. Is that a new Lady Cat? It is. Mallory Over, a 5'4 sophomore. A mix of young and old, if you will, on this Burlington roster. All of the which getting some playing time. Here's a little floater from just inside the free throw line. More of a jump shot than a floater, but Pfeiffer misses deep. Dewey almost has it ripped away, and that's going to be a jump ball created as Dewey hits the Burlington bench for the second time tonight as she was whipped around by Young.
A little rough. That could have been called a foul, but hey, jump ball, it's 50-50.
Possession arrow, Labette County. It'll stay on this right end of the floor. From where we're sitting, Labette County's moving left to right. Burlington the other way. 30 seconds in the opening quarter. 4-2 Labette County. Burlington yet to make a field goal. Just 2 free throws from Burke early on. O'Brien left open. Top of the key. 3. Too short. Wilson trying to snag it. And can't do so. Here comes Burlington off the second effort defensive rebound. A little floater, and making it this time is Pfeiffer. Similar shot she had on the last possession, but made this one.
That was nice. That was a nice shot.
Labette County just has 3 seconds. Nevaeh might have a look. Oh, she barely missed it. Wilson for a putback, and the buzzer sounds as it tumbles off the front of the rim. But we're in for a good one. 2 similar teams, low scoring. You have to imagine the little come off and a flow will pick up. Lots of turnovers, good defense. At the end of one, it is Burlington 4, Labette County 4. We'll be back in 60 seconds with quarter number 2 on KLKC Parsons.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Just to introduce you, we didn't really have any of a pregame show. In fact, we got on the air just moments after tip-off, so quickly before Burlington kicks off possession here for the second quarter. Burlington started the season 0-3 coming into the tournament hosting their own tournament. They're 3-4 at the 6th seed. They lost to Rock Creek, the 3 seed on Tuesday, and Burlington's going to throw it away. But after that 0-3 start, Burlington then won 3 of their next 4, but coming into this evening, they're on a 2-game losing streak. Just a little background on the Lady Cats. Here's Labette County with it, knotted up at 4, just 1 possession into the second quarter. They're going to look for Wilson on the interior, and she loses it out of bounds off of her left hand. Coach Farmer looked to post up Shelby Wilson a couple times on Tuesday night or afternoon, and they were kind of looking for her on the block there.
I think so. And that's always good to get the ball inside. You can either maybe get a shot or get fouled, or kick it back out and after the defense collapses.
Right. As Burlington's going to throw it away again, Labette County's full court press having an impact, kept Burlington riding the tightrope that is this near sideline painted black, and they just kept riding that black strip, and it got them on the far baseline.
I really like our look tonight. It seems like we're ready to play.
Yeah.
The whole team.
Jaden Davis checks in for Ridley. Here's a Burlington steal, and a lay-in is converted on the other end. That's Young, a 4-year starter for this Lady Cat team.
I guess I'll blame that on me running my mouth.
Yeah. Welcome to the club. As it's Caton fouled at the other end. Is she going to get 2 shots? Yes, she is. So Caton's going to go to the line to try to tie this at 6 a pop. 7:08 second quarter.
Tell you, Caton, full speed downhill. Always competing.
Those are certainly 2 good adjectives of the junior from Oklahoma Union. Her sister Landry was fantastic all season in that very young, or the early goings of the month of December, then hurt her left wrist against Collegiate at home, and we haven't seen her warming up and suiting up as O'Brien makes them both. We're knotted up at 6.
That's good. Got to make her free throws. All right.
I was writing down the converted free throws, and I hear the Labette County bench yell travel in unison, and sure enough, I look up, and a travel's being called. Another turnover for Burlington. That is 3 turnovers on their first 4 possessions.
Our press is a problem right now for them. That's good to see.
Here's a drive from O'Brien, getting loose here. She'll get it to go. A little right-hand runner on the left side of the glass. 8-6 Labette County.
Another opening she saw, took advantage of it, put it in.
Burlington looking to answer, and Olivia Banks provides it underneath. Banks is a 5'8 sophomore playing down low.
That was a nice shot by 33 right there. That was pretty.
Nevaeh Jones is going to drive. Caton, is her hand still hot? It is! Right wing threes converted, 11-8, and in fact that lid has come off.
Yep, Nevaeh penetrated, defense collapsed, kicked it out, open shot, there you go. Well played.
Jaden Davis, meanwhile, on this end, in a good defensive effort, nearly got Labette County another forced turnover, but her foot was on the line. It'll stay with Burlington, but Caton O'Brien with 7 points in this second quarter, giving Labette County an 11-8 lead. Here's Burlington. Their offense has been better this quarter as well, and right when I say it, Pfeiffer hits another little runner. It's a floater slash a jump shot that Pfeiffer, that's her second one.
And those aren't easy to make.
No.
Those distance shots on the move. So, again, that was well played by Burlington.
A very angle-sensitive shot.
Yeah.
Dewey's going to flash. O'Brien is holding the rock right side. Hits a cutting Ridley. That's a good offensive set. Misses off the front of the rim and hit the glass. A little bit too strong. Wilson gets an offensive rebound. Another shot for Ridley is no good, and Wilson's going to volleyball spike it out of bounds in an attempt to just kind of throw the play awry. Burlington had every advantage, and Burlington has the ball.
I enjoy watching Audrey Dewey. Boy, she hustles and pushes and fights and brawls and had good position. I think she went over her back there but didn't get called.
Young for 3, air balls, and it's going to be saved, and then a nice hustle from Hernandez to throw it off at Nevaeh Jones' ankle, and it'll save a possession for the Lady Cats. 2 similar teams hungry for a win.
Yeah, fun to watch right now.
Addison Rexwinkle checks in for Nevaeh Jones. Here's a pitch and catch and shoot that's no good from Pfeiffer at the elbow, kind of her range that she enjoys. Ridley's open. What a good look, and that's an and one for Lynn Cherney. But what a find by Caton O'Brien, and what a cut from Ridley.
That was a good look, and Ridley hollered at her and had her arm in the air. Bam, turned right around and made it. That was ideal. Old-fashioned three-point play right here, hopefully.
13-10 Labette County. Ridley can make it a 2-possession game. Should she convert this free throw, I guess unless you had a 3-pointer plus a foul, it'd be a 1 possession, but we'll call it 2. Ridley bends at the waist, fires, misses short. Wilson fighting and saving it. Dewey picks it up on this side of half court. What an effort from Shelby Wilson. Addison open for a long 2 in the corner, misses it. Ridley's there again and puts it in for 2.
Wow. I tell you, what can't Shelby Wilson do? I don't care what the sport, what the school, what the theater, what anything. She's so dynamic and good at it. And again, Ridley Lynn battling down low, really playing well. If we can just keep the train going, that's what we need to do tonight.
Ridley has 6. Caton O'Brien has 7. 11 points scored by Labette County in the second quarter after just a 4-point first quarter to give them a 15-10 advantage over the hosting Lady Cats of Burlington. We'd like to thank Labette Health for powering tonight's broadcast of Labette County Grizzly basketball and invite you to stay tuned for our halftime show brought to you by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. And we'll have a pregame show for our boys contest as it will immediately follow this one, as it's sponsored by Tank Connection. as I don't really remember if I mentioned it, but there was a Burlington timeout, as a little run from Labette County certainly forced McGowan to burn a timeout. And here come her Lady Cats at the other end. It's stripped away from Pfeiffer, and she'll miss a little jumper. Rebound Labette County.
Yeah, some of the fans wanted travel in there. I don't think it was.
Shelby Wilson, oh my goodness, as she has a little Euro step, had the ball held down where she couldn't really get it up and forced it kind of through the Burlington defender and got the roll. What a shot by Shelby.
Highlight reel right there.
Her first bucket. Burlington responds. Oh, it thought about going out, but it fell in for Bergio.
That was a nice feed down low and a nice soft touch.
4 different scores for Labette County, 4 different scores for Burlington. 17 LC, 12 Burlington. 4:18 second quarter. Fouls haven't really been an issue. The flow of the game's definitely found a rhythm here in this second quarter. O'Brien, right wing. Boy, you almost anticipate that she might shoot it every time she catches it. And she will. Top of the key, too strong. Rebound Audrey Dewey, and a foul on the backside on Hernandez.
That is hard work right there. Audrey Dewey, 6'8" inches shorter than that young lady, but rooted, had position. Good hustle.
Hernandez checks out, and replacing her is Over. A sophomore replacing a senior for Burlington. That's been common. They're looking for Ridley. They do have to get it in. Good call, Dad. That's a 5-second violation.
Oh, I felt that. I guess good defense right there. I didn't see anybody open to throw it into, but gosh, you just hate that.
Nevaeh Jones gets Shelby Wilson, but those are some good minutes from Shelby. Scored just 2 points, but goodness, she's responsible for probably 6 or 8.
Everywhere. Yeah.
350, little interior look, rolls off the rim. Bergio on the look. Rebound Labette County. Here they come up 5, looking for their largest lead of the game again. Here's Nevaeh. Set play comes in from Coach Vollmer, and Caton comes to get the ball. Here we go. It's underway. Left wing, Nevaeh given room for 3. Short. Rebound tipped around. Ridley had a grasp at it. So did Addison. Neither of them could snag it. Here's Burlington. Left-hand layup. No good. Dewey taps it out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Lady Cats.
I'm okay with that shot from Nevaeh. She's an awfully good shooter, too, and she'll find her stroke, and she'll make 2 or 3 of those in a row here after a bit.
Allie Martin gets Ridley Lynn Cherney. Here's Burlington. Both these teams, it was tied at 4 at the end of the first quarter, and it's 17-12 now. That got to be a travel. I guess he didn't see it on Bergio. It saves a possession for Burlington. A 3-pointer from the top of the key is missed short. Rebound fought for, and it's won by Nevaeh Jones.
Good scrap down low by Nevaeh. Here we go.
O'Brien has it in the corner. Dewey holding it high above her head, pressed tightly. She'll put it on the floor, try to drive, and a foul. That's a block on Pfeiffer, as she was in a good position, Pfeiffer, to take a charge, but kind of broke down on the ball rather than the body.
She did, and Audrey was smart enough just to go, and put it on her. The ref had to call something.
Yep. So Dewey is going to shoot. It's a 1-and-1. That's the 7th team foul on Burlington. Labette County still just at 3. Dewey's first, no good. Martin tapped it with the right paw, but in the corner, and Burlington sniffs it out.
We're around the ball, though. Continue to fight hard for it.
Yeah. As Young is going to drive into the chest of Dewey and give one right back to Audrey. That's team foul number 4 on Labette County. As that previous foul was on Pfeiffer, that's her second. Shelby Wilson's going to check in for Audrey. That's her first personal.
Yeah. Audrey probably needed to give her another step or so. That was the right call.
2:43 second quarter. 5-point Grizzly advantage. O'Brien swipes it out of bounds. Good effort clogging that passing lane on this left wing here in front of us.
So quick, anticipates those passes, looks them off, and then goes and slaps them down.
Harley Young, again, a 4-year starter. Started since she was a freshman on this team. She'll have it, put it on the floor, try to drive, little floater. That's been a popular look from the home team. No good. Offensive rebound, tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with Burlington.
You dribble that ball in front of O'Brien, it's going to get swatted at every time. Thankfully, she hadn't picked up any of those fouls that sometimes refs call when they see your hands reaching like that for the ball.
Aubrey Boss checks in for Addison Rexwinkle. A little bit more energy from the Grizzly bench, from the players on the floor, and maybe the gym helps a little bit. There's certainly an atmosphere, but Tuesday it was certainly sluggish, but not tonight for Labette County. Here's a foul, either on Allie Martin or Aubrey Boss coming over to help Martin's man, and shooting 2 free throws is going to be over. They are going to get Boss on it. That's Aubrey, her first and the team's 5th.
Yep, just running to the ball, hustling, and fouls happen when you're hustling. That's what that was.
Over's first free throw is good. Her second. Rattles in and out. Rebound, Shelby Wilson. Labette County has 2:08 to work, and an outlet pass goes out of bounds. Shelby was looking for O'Brien up ahead from the left side of the floor near Coach Vollmer all the way across half court to the right side. That's a tough pass.
Let her just a little too much. Yeah. All right, next play. Let's get a stop.
Young walks it up. Labette County, O'Brien with another hand on it. Does that make you nervous as a ball handler when a player starts to put so many hands on the ball? And here's a travel on Burke. So Burlington turns it over. Multiples of those in this quarter, a lot early on, but they've cleaned it up. Ridley checks in, and she'll get Aubrey Boss.
And I tell you, this continued rotation of players in and out, we look fresh. Confidence is getting gained by these younger kids coming in, so I like our rotations.
4-point Grizzly advantage. It was at 5 for a long time. Burlington hit a free throw to make it 4. 1:40, Labette County with possession, another throwaway. And here comes Burlington. O'Brien was looking for Martin.
Little bit of a force maybe.
Young with space, not quite cut off, and that's a bucket plus the foul for Harley Young. Nobody really showed Young their chest, more so just a couple side swipes.
Yeah, I think Ridley was intending on taking a charge there, and she did. The ball handler made a nice sidestep, and credit goes where credit's due. That was nice.
Young with a couple back-to-back buckets. Can't convert on the free throw, but a rebound somehow falls into the hands of Bergio, who lays it in. And that's a 4-point trip for Burlington, forcing a Coach Vollmer timeout. Burlington has knotted it up at 17. Punches thrown from both teams, and a game of runs certainly. 1:22 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Welcome back to Burlington Middle School, as we only have about 1:20 seconds left in the half. 17-all is your score. Burlington on a 5-0 run, forcing a Coach Vollmer timeout. Wilson out of the timeout in the corner for 3, misses. Allie Martin with a good position off the rebound and can't find the rim. Here comes Burlington off the Martin miss.
Well, that's where we want a foul call down low, but didn't get it.
What a rebound by Ridley. Hit the deck awkwardly. Her legs kind of spread apart like you don't really want to see that sometimes, but she's okay. It just kind of looked like both ankles broke, basically. I was trying to say it without saying it.
Very awkward, yeah. Glad to see her pop up. She's pretty tough.
Yeah. That is the 8th team foul on Burlington, so a 1-and-1 at the other end for Ridley. It would be a big pair. Well, she'll have to knock down the front end to get the second, but it'd be big. Couple dribbles, the shot off the mark. Burlington with position. Martin flirting with the 7th team foul, swiping at the board. Ridley, though, with 6 points in this first half. O'Brien with 7. 17 all your score. Burlington 50 seconds and the ball. Nevaeh Jones defending the rock, and it'll be pitched off to O'Brien's man. It's going to be Belcher out of the timeout on the floor, and a travel's called on Burke. J.C. Belcher in the game for Burlington, a freshman standing at 5'4". Nearly everyone on the roster has been used by Coach McGowan.
I tell you what, they gave us one back there, and I tell you, when your defenders start anticipating the stealing passes, that happens. She started to throw it, and then she saw we might break on it. She held up and slid her foot, so we earned that one.
Certainly. 40 seconds and ticking as O'Brien crosses the black Bobcat at midcourt. Dribbles into some trouble, gives it to Wilson. A quick trigger off the left rim. She's not afraid to shoot. Ridley fighting, no foul. Here comes Burlington. Three-pointer from Young, right wing, in and out, but what a look. Rebound, Martin, foul going the other way.
Tell you, they're letting them play some, and then they're calling some. I feel like this game's being ref pretty good, actually.
It is. It really is.
It's not too ticky-tack, but it's not wild either. So now we need to convert some of these.
9th team foul on Burlington, so it'll be 1-1 for Allie Martin. First, no good. Shelby had a chance and couldn't get it, but Labette County struggled from the free throw line. Burlington hasn't been perfect either. I'd say it's been a pretty even game in about every category. Here comes Burlington, 4 seconds to work. Young calling for someone, and she'll just take it. Drive, shoot, oh wow. Usually you don't really hear a whistle that late, especially when it wasn't an obvious foul. They usually let that go as the buzzer sounds, but Young is going to go to the line to try to give her team a lead at the break.
Yeah, that's always unfortunate. And, you know, we need to make our free throws, yes, for the points, but also so we can set up our press. That press is giving them fits.
Young makes the first free throw. So with triple zeros on the clock and 0 players for Labette County or Burlington lined up along the paint for Young as she knocks down the second. And that'll be halftime. An awkward way to always end the second quarter. Doesn't happen a lot at all, but it happened. And you never know, in a game like this, a couple points it could come down to. Burlington 19, Lady Grizzlies 17 at the break as the Grizzly men make their way onto the floor to warm up. They'll be taking on Rock Creek at the conclusion of our girls' game, just like a normal night would be. We'll go ahead and step aside for 2 minutes and come back with our Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. Halftime show, so a 2-minute break on KLKC Parsons. fun to watch some good defense.
It is, and I'll tell you, oddly enough, as I said here, it feels like we should be up 6.
It does.
It
does.
I feel like we outplayed them. I know we outworked them. They had a couple of real 4-point swings, just bam, bam, that just really made a difference there in about 30 seconds. So, hey, they didn't lay down. They're playing hard, but I tell you, I'm really pleased right now and feel good about it, this second half in our girls. So we just have to continue to watch our turnovers and continue pressuring the ball.
Leading scorers for the teams, we'll start with the Lady Cats. 6 different scorers. Leading the way is Young with 6. Young with a kind of a last-second chance, literally, to try to give Burlington the lead as it was tied at 17 with 5 seconds left. And Young got fouled with triple zeros on the clock and made both free throws before the break to give Burlington that 19-17 lead. She has 6. Pfeiffer has 4. Bergio has 4. Burke and Bangs each have 2. And Over has a point. For Labette County, leading the way, Caton O'Brien scored 7. And, man, they came quick. She scored within the first 2-3 minutes of the second quarter and then was pretty quiet since then, but she's still leading the way with 7 points. Ridley Lynn Cherney has 6. She was a big part. Shelby Wilson has 2, but my goodness, she saved probably 3 possessions where we scored, and Nevaeh Jones has 2. So certainly a game, obviously at the end of the first quarter it was just 4-4, and you know this, it's not going to end 16-18. The scoring usually always ends up prevailing, and it did in that second quarter. That was fun to watch. Certainly a tone was set, though, in that first quarter. You got a good feel of how the game was going to be, but the rest of it, some more scoring might just happen. The play hasn't changed, but more buckets have fallen.
Yeah. And again, I just note that anytime we score or they have to inbounds the ball and we're able to set up our press, we've gotten several turnovers and some relatively easy buckets off that. And we didn't get much of that last 4 or 5 minutes. And so, I know Coach Vollmer, she'll make a few adjustments at half. I don't know what that'll be. We did a lot of things right, a lot of things well. Again, I think it's 2 pretty even balanced teams, and so it should be a fun second half.
As very much so similar to your Labette County Lady Grizzlies, this Burlington Lady Cats squad lost 4 starters from last year's team. 4 starters. That one returning starter is Harley Young, who started since she was a freshman. And they lost 6 seniors from last year's team. That certainly sounds familiar.
It does.
If you're a Grizzly fan out there listening or watching on our KLKC Sports YouTube. So that just another thing to toss into that argument for these teams being so similar. The play style is very similar. Obviously, the loss of your production, your starters, your seniors gone. 2 teams are well coached and look to replace what they lost pretty well, and it's been a fun one. 3:35 until the beginning of the third quarter. Again, your halftime score, Burlington 19, Lady Grizzlies 17. So far, this has been your Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. We'll be back in 2 minutes with our final thoughts on the halftime show and third quarter action. didn't really get too great of a chance to thank our sponsors in that first half, so I'd like to do so right now. We'd like to thank Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, USD 506, The Corner Store, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedics. So, Dad, as we're 30 seconds from the third quarter, both teams take the floor. It does, you said this, it feels like Labette should be up 6. How can they get to that point and not let Burlington go up 6, 7, or 8?
I just say keep doing what you did in the first half. I didn't see any glaring holes or things we did wrong. We just need to make a couple of shots we didn't make the first half. That gets momentum going. That also lets us set up that press, and then we can put a rally on.
Audrey Dewey on the first possession looking for 3. It's an air ball deep. Here comes Burlington the other way, quickly up ahead. Dewey swipes and misses. Burlington misses a lay-in, kind of paying back Labette County.
Audrey went coast to coast right there. What a hustle.
Starters on the floor, Labette County with it. 30 seconds into the third quarter. Audrey Dewey right side. Nevaeh Jones backdoors and was partially open, but a tight window. Here's Wilson with it off the kick, right wing, baseline floaters. Good for Shelby Wilson. A nice aggressive shot. We don't see a lot from Shelby, a little dribble drive.
That was really nice, and I'll tell you what, that was set up. Ridley Lynn Cherney drove, penetrated, kicked it out, and allowed Shelby then to make a move and go. That was really set up by Ridley.
Speaking of Ridley, she pokes it out of bounds in the transition push from Burlington. It stays with the Lady Cats, though. O'Brien with the steal in the hands of Dewey, but the initial tip was created from Caton, and here comes Shelby Wilson. We're knotted up at 19.
So I like how we've come out so far. We look confident.
Nevaeh with a confident drive, misses the bunny. Ridley with the board, flips it up there and misses. Here's Dewey crashing, and it'll fall in the hands of Hernandez, who's double teamed and then just kind of tumbles out of bounds, but Dewey deflected it. It'll stay with Burlington.
You know, again, we had 2 good little bunny shots down low. Could have been a foul. It's okay. I'm just saying, we're getting our opportunities. Those are going to fall.
If you had to take how they're playing and how we're playing in the end over the next 14 minutes, you'd have to take Labette County.
Another steal.
Yep. Here comes Caton the other way. Oh, she almost traveled, but finds Dewey all the way up ahead on the block to Ridley. Layup miss. Wilson is the last effort. Oh, it's off of Burlington. It's going to stay with Labette County. They're going to say it's off of Bangs.
That's the right call. I saw that, actually. And, man, another good look at a little shot under there. So, like I said earlier, just keep doing what we're doing. We're giving ourselves some really good looks.
O'Brien, the inbounder, throws it to Lynn Cherney. Backdoor to Nevaeh. Tight window, left-hand layup missed. Rebound Hernandez.
That was tough, a little compressed down there, but Nevaeh made a good effort with her left hand to roll it in.
Hernandez defended by Dewey. Great defense. This looks like a well-rested and highly energized Labette County team, especially on this right end of the floor, as we've obviously switched ends. Burlington is working left to right. Here's Wilson with a foul underneath. A couple free throws approaching for Burke.
Okay. Well, again, hopefully we just stay patient, don't get frustrated, because it continues to feel to me like we're really dominating this game. Or not dominating, but certainly the better team. So just be patient, keep playing hard.
Burke makes the first free throw. One more to come. The second. Good. Burlington shot fairly well from the free throw line. They haven't shot loads of them, but certainly shot better from the line than Labette County that missed. I have down 5, so a few points left out there. Feels like a little bit more. O'Brien's going to drive and kick to Dewey. Hard-nosed drive, but she'll have to kick it. Jones, awkward right-hand layup rather, is no good, but she'll shoot 2 free throws. I love to see that from Nevaeh. She's so quick.
Yes, she is, and she's just as good left or right-handed. She's a good passer, and I like the ball movement. Several girls attacked, kicked out, attacked, and was good possession.
Nevaeh's first free throw is a perfect swish. She's up to 3 points. You know, Nevaeh has 3 and Shelby Wilson has 2, but their impact and the way that they played is invaluable. You can't put a number on that.
Yeah.
She makes the second and ties it.
That's a big deal right there. 2 for 2. Now we press.
21-21. Pfeiffer throws it to the corner. Is that off her knee? That's a good call by that near official.
Yeah.
It's off of Bangs. It'll be Labette County ball.
That pressure off a made basket is a problem.
O'Brien crossing the logo at midcourt, has an edge, left-hand jump stop kick. Nevaeh Jones, left wing 3, off the left side, backside rebound, Audrey Dewey. Wilson was going to let it rip from the right wing, but a tough pass. Are they going to get Shelby or Hernandez? They're getting Hernandez, but Shelby does that a lot. When she's pressured a little bit, she'll arm bar.
Yeah.
She'll stick out that arm. She doesn't get called for it.
Yeah.
But she sticks that arm out certainly just a little bit.
Tell you, for a girl with such a sweet smile, she can get aggressive when she has to. But you're right. I wondered what they were going to call there, actually.
Nevaeh off the kick, wanted to let it rip, but had to pull it down and finds Dewey, who drives. It's blocked, but in the hands of Ridley, and her touch shot is in. Audrey Dewey saved a couple possessions here in a good drive, and the block fell right into the arms of Ridley. As here's a layup missed by Pfeiffer, and hitting the deck hard as Bangs. Here comes Labette County on a little run. Caton up ahead, patiently waiting, and a foul on the floor.
See, now we're moving the ball, cutting, going, and forcing them to make some hacky, attacks at the ball and slapping. So just keep this going. Just keep this going.
Substitution for Burlington. Hernandez is replaced by Over. Should Labette County win, they'll play tomorrow at 3:10, and should they fall here this evening, they will play at noon at the middle school. Nevaeh Jones is going to drive, flip one up, it's missed, but who's there? Ridley for the putback. Lynn Cherney has came to play. She's at 10 points.
Shocker. What's the chances of Ridley rebounding and putting it back up?
Here's another Burlington turnover, as trying to throw it to her teammate was Pfeiffer and found a fan over here in the stands. Labette County's press, you're right. When they're able to get set, when they convert offensively, their defense is just that much better. Timeout, Coach McGowan of Burlington. Labette County up 4, which in a contest like this feels more like 7 or 8. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Labette County rolling 25-21, 4 minutes to go in the third. 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay. We also offer competitive benefits. Apply today.
Labette County has outscored Burlington 8-2 in this third quarter. Burlington yet to knock down a field goal, just a couple free throws from Burke, but still just a 4-point game.
I feel like we can break this open here. And just a quick shout out. Our cheerleaders do such a nice job. They practice every day, too, for a couple hours a day, and it's a nice group of girls, so I appreciate them.
Lots of them as well. And Ty James, the yell leader over there, does a nice job as well. Labette County with a 4-point lead and the ball halfway through the third quarter. Here's Wilson, given room, pulls up from 10 and hits from 10. That's a good look. As she was wide open, I like to see her have that confidence.
Again, that's a hard shot right there at the elbow. And pressure, throwaway.
As Burlington, you might as well just call the first 10 seconds of our defensive setups, because you don't have time to finish talking before we force a turnover.
I know it. We score, we have a really good chance of getting the ball right back. Good defense right there on Burlington.
Stolen away, and then a travel. Oh, goodness, Labette County's bailed out just a little bit as Bangs travels. So Burlington turnover plagued, as Bangs just had a nice steal and then picked up her dribble and traveled. And here's Labette County up 6 with the ball.
Yeah, we'll take that one.
Jones in the corner, double team. That means someone's open. Dewey throws it to Wilson, tipped away, stolen away. Here comes Burlington the other way, trying to close that gap.
Good idea, just a little bit forced in there maybe.
Bangs, way high post beyond the right elbow. A little jumpers in and out for over, and a foul on Burlington.
Yep.
Going the other way, that's on Bangs.
She got out hustled.
Audrey Dewey was in there.
Audrey came out of nowhere and got in front of her, got on the ball, and got the push from behind. That's just raw hustle by Audrey Dewey right there. 4
team fouls on Burlington, the second on Bangs. Labette County just with 1 crime committed in this quarter. 3:05 to go. Up 6 are your Lady Grizzlies. O'Brien. Travel, yep. As she was this close to shooting it and then passed it, and it just kind of resulted in a travel, which happens.
That's exactly what happened. She just hesitated, so that's okay.
Dewey checks out, replaced by Addison Rexwinkle, and a tighter rotation from Coach Vollmer. She's only had like 1 or 2 subs this quarter, and it's allowed for a bit more rhythm. A 3-pointer is knocked down by Harley Young, as Young is getting up to that average. She's right at it at 9.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's a pretty shot.
As at the other end scoring, Ridley.
Yes.
Was it Ridley?
Yes, it was.
I was writing the score down.
Down low, banging hard, and put in a pretty soft shot just over the rim.
Labette County up 29-25. Underneath is Bangs, banging with Ridley and scoring over Ridley. As those two are going at it, certainly. Lynn Cherney's won the battle so far. Bangs is going to have another steal. Here comes Burlington, only down 3 with the ball.
Need to stop here.
In the corner, Young for the tie, short. Okay. You held your breath, everyone in the gym did, wearing red and gold. Here comes O'Brien, no one stops her. Floater, no. Wilson with the board, hitting the deck along with 2 white jerseys, and they just look at the referee waiting on the whistle, and it's a jump ball possession, Burlington.
Yeah. Shelby digging, hustling, going. Just, what do you say? Got hands on her hips, just going both ends of the court full on. I like how we're competing. Just keep up the pressure. Let's get another stop right here and go ahead even further.
Labette County outscored Burlington 12-7 in the third quarter. O'Brien gets her hand on another pass, but it is still savored by Burlington. In the corner, open for 3 in the tie. Young in and out. Crashing for the board is Bangs off of Ridley as she came in last minute. It'll stay with Burlington. 1:38 third quarter, 29-26 Labette County.
Tell you, if we're going to commit to blocking too many passes, she's got a pretty shot. She's had a couple 3-pointers that look like they might go in. We're going to have to honor that.
Yeah. She's certainly playing loose, shooting the ball well. Only has 1 3. She has 9 points. It's Young I'm referring to, but she's shooting well. Right wing, another player looking for the tie. Can't find it. It's over. Rebound, Wilson. Labette County crosses half court. Timeout, Coach Vollmer. I believe she signaled for a full timeout. I'll wait on the signal. It's a 3-point Labette County lead, 1:20 third quarter. It is a full timeout. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Lady Grizzly basketball.
Everybody is different. Some get injured, while others simply wear down. Whether it's on the court, on the field, or at the gym, Labette Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team has the training and skill to repair, restore, and renew. We share the same goal, and together we'll write your comeback story. For more information about Southeast Kansas' leading orthopedic and sports medicine team, go to LavetteHealth.com.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
welcome back to Burlington Middle School in night number 2 of the Burlington Invitational. Ball is in the hands of Caton O'Brien, and it's stolen away. Here comes Pfeiffer the other way, loses it, gets it back, and lays it in. That'll cut it to a 1-point Grizzly advantage.
Those pesky turnovers. That was a good jump by Burlington. They jumped that pass, so now it's our turn to score.
Pfeiffer's up to 6. Ridley on a cut, blocked. Here comes Burlington looking for blood. They can smell it. Pfeiffer up ahead retreats. Good ball movement from the Lady Cats. They're going to punch a hole on the left baseline near the short corner. Now they go inside to Bangs, and they're going to get Ridley on a foul. She was just undercutting Bangs in the lower extremities enough for the ref to draw or blow the whistle. That'll be the second team foul in Labette County this half and the second on Ridley. No one's really in foul trouble for either team, I don't think. Ridley takes a seat. Shelby Wilson comes in. Audrey Dewey comes in for Addison as well.
Just when I think we're going to go up 6, 7, 8, it tightens right back up. So this might be a nail biter. We'll see.
It was a set play for Young in the corner for 3, but it was well defended by the Lady Grizzlies. 33 seconds now. Young calling for it. Bangs has it go in and out of her hands. She'll track it down and find their leader, Young. She'll dish it off. Bergio now. Bounce pass inside. Nevaeh Jones looking to create the jump ball. Pfeiffer somehow gets out of it. Bricks a layup. And that's got to be over the back. No call, but rebound Labette County. It's okay, I guess. And here come the Lady Grizzlies with 10 seconds in the third quarter and a 1-point lead. 8 seconds now. They've got to go. O'Brien does so. Kicks it. Jones, 3 seconds. Step back 3. It's too short. Left time for an offensive rebound, but the buzzer will sound. I think it'll be Labette, or do they switch ends at the end of each quarter, or is it just half? Some of those things just go over your head, even if you do watch the whole game.
Well, that last shot was tipped, too, a little bit.
I think they go off a possession arrow at the beginning of each quarter, so
it'll be our ball. It should be our ball.
I believe so. So it'll be Labette County ball when we come back for the beginning of the fourth quarter. Labette County just has a 1-point lead going into that final stand here in the middle school. We'll be back. We'll take a 30-second break here on KLKC Parsons.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Labette County with just a 1-point lead over the Lady Cats. 8 minutes is put on both scoreboards on both ends of the middle school gymnasium, and it will be Labette County ball attacking that same rim. So they just switch it each half. Here's Dewey, double teamed, and then throws it into the backcourt. That's a backcourt violation. An unforced turnover. There have been a lot of turnovers for both teams, but most have been forced, if not at least forgivable. But that's one of the lone unforced errors.
Yeah, those always hurt a little bit. So, hey, just got to tighten up. That's in the past, and we've got 7 minutes and 40 seconds to close this game out.
Labette County did outscore Burlington 12-9 in that third quarter to give them just a 1-point advantage. Dump down to Bangs, got Wilson in the air and draws the foul. So Bangs is going to go to the line to tie it the worst, in her mind at least, or give her team the lead.
Yeah, that was a good pass and probably a good foul. I mean, let's make her make both these.
First is no good. One more coming for Olivia Bangs, just a sophomore. As some of these girls, most of them are upperclassmen, but Bergio's a sophomore, Bangs is a sophomore, or Bergio's a freshman. These girls are good ball players.
Nice young players.
Second for Bangs is no good as well. Ridley somehow snatches the ball with the right hand, or when she hit the deck it came loose, but it was picked up by her point guard.
She is everywhere. She's going to be sore in the morning.
She will, and she might have a game in the morning. Hopefully not. I hope we win it and play in the afternoon, but either way, here's Nevaeh Jones with it for Labette County. Allie Martin giving some space, backing down her defender. Good drive, stripped from behind on the shot attempt, and here comes Burlington.
Boy, she was in the – that's what you do when you're down there. You shoot it. Those things can be called fouls sometimes, but I think that was a clean block actually.
1 minute into the fourth quarter. A three-pointer for Burlington, well off the mark. Rebound, Lynn Cherney. And here comes O'Brien dribbling with her head up, something she does so very well. Nevaeh Jones being more aggressive, especially in the early goings of this month of January. Her confidence has certainly taken a couple ticks up. Here's Lynn Cherney. Nice dump to Martin, and that's a foul on Hernandez. But goodness, playing two bigs. We don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
Lynn Cherney was playing high. Good look.
We had that exact same look last time down the court, and the ref didn't call the foul. This time under the basket, it got called. So it's always good to get the ball down low. Just go up strong.
First free throw is short as Vollmer just kind of puts her hand behind her back. That's just kind of the reaction you have whenever you've missed 6 free throws and shot 10. At least that's what I have down. So 4 for 10 from the line is Labette County. That's an unofficial, or 4 for 9.
There you go. Yeah, sometimes the coach can make too big of a stink about missing free throws, and then you try to make your free throws. Just let it naturally come, and then they'll start falling.
She does make the second. 30-28 Labette County, 6:30 to go in the ball game. Three-pointer for the lead, air ball left side. Young saves it. I think Ridley thought it was just going to land on the baseline, but it came in at a tight angle and missed it. Here's a brick layup from Pfeiffer, and then a hard hack as Ridley just kind of walks this way, smiling, shaking her head, and I think they're going to get Burke, as she even kind of turned away, smiling a little bit, as she really slapped Ridley unintentionally.
How many Ridleys are there tonight? It seems like she's everywhere.
It does feel that way sometimes.
Everywhere.
Bangs comes back in for Burke. It was on Burke. That's her 4th, so the lone player in foul trouble for either squad, I do believe. Labette County up just a bucket. 6 minutes in the game is left. Wilson might have been poked in her left eye.
She was.
As she's just going to kind of bend to the waist in the corner, and now the ref stops play. Man, that hurts.
Yep, it sure does.
Sensitive region.
I don't know what we'll do here. We'll see.
As we'll just kind of see if she's going to go to the bench or.
Oh, looking for a contact.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that in a long time. Years ago, they would stop games often, and people would do a contact search. Just a little throwback tribute for the audience.
I wonder if you could fake a contact search. You know what I'm saying? You would know. You played.
Well, I've done a lot of things, but I've never faked a contact search. Now we got the audience turning around laughing at us. Let's focus on the game here.
As Shelby is over there. I think they found it, and Chris Brown's attending to Wilson. We hope she's okay. Certainly that it was more or less just a loss of a contact than an eye poke. The Labette County's up 2 with the ball, 5:50 in the game. O'Brien right side. Jones flashes to the corner, and she'll catch. She's double-teamed quickly. Burlington's been in a zone about all night. I don't know if it's a matchup zone. I'm not too familiar with defensive terminology, but it's made it hard for Labette County to score.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Kind of a 2-1-2 version, 2-3, and they're just matching up when the ball gets to them.
Nevaeh for 3 in the corner, misses it, but Ridley's there again. Her putback is good.
Wow.
Ridley Lynn Cherney is at 14 points on the ball game.
Just, I don't know what to say. One of her best games I've seen her play.
Here's a three-pointer left side bricked. What a box out from Allie Martin, and she'll snatch the board. Outlet up ahead. O'Brien slows it down beyond the half-court stripe just barely. Rexwinkle in the corner, pressured tightly by Bergio. Skip pass right wing, Nevaeh flips it to the point guard O'Brien. 4-point Grizzly lead, 4:50 in the game. She'll drive, switch hands, right-hand floater's blocked. Ooh, a late whistle. I don't know about that one, but I'll take it. O'Brien's going to shoot a pair.
Good ball handling, left, right, left, back over. Then you force the ref to make a call while you're floating through the air like that. And sometimes you get a call, and I think she did there, but she deserved that.
First free throw's good for Caton. She scored 7 in that second quarter, and in no other quarter has scored a point except for just moments ago. That made free throws, so she's at 8. Even when she's quiet for a while, she still finds those stretches to really flirt with that average of what I think it's 14 points.
That's that shooter mentality.
Yeah.
It's the next one's always going in.
She makes the second. 6-point Grizzly lead. That sure feels like a lot. As Burlington, is that going to be a timeout, Coach McGowan? It is a timeout for Burlington.
That's that pressure.
4:40 to go in the game. Labette County leads Burlington 34-28. We'd like to thank Labette Health for powering tonight's broadcast of Grizzly basketball. And other sponsors include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, USD 506, The Corner Store, SEK Orthopedic, and Day and Zimmerman. I'd like to invite you to stay tuned for our post-game show coming up, obviously, at the conclusion of the girls' game, and then we'll get right into our Tank Connection pregame show of the boys' contest against Rock Creek. But here comes Burlington out of the timeout, down 6 to your Lady Grizzlies. A set play from Coach McGowan. The screen is set. In the corner with it is Young, a good shooter. Entry pass poked out. Was that Ridley and Shelby, who's back in the game? Yes. So it looks like maybe that she just lost her contact, so that's good for Shelby.
She's back in. Ridley made another great time, block, and knock away.
Ball is inbounded. Young coming around 2 screens for 3 right wing. Short but looked good from our angle, certainly. Burlington tries to throw it off of Shelby's ankle, and they do successfully. That's the second time the Lady Cats have done that.
They've been working on that. That is the second or third time they just instinctively did that. Smart.
Young, the inbounder, throws it in. Nevaeh Jones tips it. Oh, nearly steals it in the hands of Pfeiffer, and she'll throw it in the chest of Kate O'Brien, who dribbles in and out of the white jerseys and slows it down.
Great defensive series right there. Very good, everybody.
Wilson flashes on the block, has room. An underhand layup is missed as she was fading behind the backboard. That's a tough one to reach back around.
I like it, though. Again, you force the ref to anticipate a foul. Could have happened.
Pfeiffer misses. Rebound Rexwinkle. So Burlington flirting with some danger now. Down 6. Haven't really scored the basketball. They haven't scored in this fourth quarter. Missed multiple looks. That County's defense has been solid. O'Brien's going to drive. Right-hand layup's good. Kate O'Brien has just given Labette County their largest lead of the night at 8, 36-28 to be exact. Burlington might throw it away. Wilson crashing, and that's going to be off of the Lady Cats. As I don't know if Wilson needed to crash on the ball, as I was afraid it was either going to be out on her or a foul, but neither happened.
Same there. Same here, rather. And again, I continue. Our defense has created this run. It's just given us some good turnovers and some good transition points. So let's keep it going, guys.
As Labette County is on the fringe of, you mentioned, breaking it open, and an 8-point lead is kind of like breaking it open, as this one has been between 2 and 7 all night. Wilson underneath hits the deck. Is that a travel or a jump ball? And he's going to call a travel. Oh, the far official gave Coach Vollmer the timeout. So it will be Labette County ball as Wilson just avoided a travel because Coach Vollmer got the timeout in. That could prove to be valuable. We're going to take a 30-second timeout and come back with the final stretch. That is 3 minutes. Labette County up by 8. Again, 3 minutes left in the game. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
My name is Bria, and I'm
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Labette County with the ball. Coach Vollmer snuck in a timeout right before Shelby Wilson was called for a travel. And Coach McGowan potentially seeking an explanation. Maybe she wasn't aware of the situation. Either way.
Tip my hat to Coach Vollmer. That was...
Oh, a foul going the other way.
I missed it.
I did as well. It was away from the ball. The ball was never inbounded. as Labette County, that is their first foul in a long time. As they were at 3 team fouls since, I'm telling you, the third quarter. That's the 4th on Shelby Wilson. And here comes Burlington getting lost up ahead and laying it in is Bergio.
We just got a little top heavy on that press right there. That's what happens. A missed assignment down low.
She's at 6, and Labette County now is up 6 with 2:41 to go. Audrey Dewey checks in, and Allie Martin comes to the table as well, and here she comes. Those two will get Addison Rexwinkle and Shelby Wilson, as Labette County's maybe going to have to hit 40 points maybe.
Well, I don't know, but I know we don't want to get protective. This is a real dicey time of the game. No crazy shots, but we want to stay aggressive, and if you have a seam, go for it. Just keep playing hard.
Here's Nevaeh. You have to imagine Burlington will score a couple more times, so you'd like to, keep that aggression and not have to worry about that. Meanwhile, Dewey's playing catch with Nevaeh Jones. Now they find Ridley Lynn Cherney. Quick trigger for Caton. Oh, my goodness, she knocks it down. She was about a yard or two inside the three-point line on that far right corner. That's a tough shot selection and a big-time knockdown.
Look at that.
Ridley steals it away. Entry pass. They were looking for Bergio, and there's Ridley right in the passing lane. She's had a monster night.
Gosh, that catch earlier. Caught, didn't even think. Just turned, released. Natural.
8-point Grizzly advantage and a foul. It looked like she went to foul intentionally, Hernandez. Maybe not, as after the whistle was blown, she pulled her hands back like she wasn't trying to foul, but it certainly looked like she was intending to. So that'll send O'Brien to the line for a 1-and-1, as that's the 5th on Hernandez.
So, yeah, this next minute 48 is when we need to make our free throws, but we don't want to try to make our free throws. We just want to go through pre-shot routine and let it go.
Caton is 4 for 4 from the free throw line as Audrey Dewey sits down. The front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. Ridley's going to tip it out of the hands of Young, and it's picked up by O'Brien. Lynn Cherney saving another possession. Then it's stolen away by Belcher, who came in for the fouled out Hernandez. Here's Young. She can shoot it, and a foul on Caton O'Brien, who swiped at the basketball. That's 5 team fouls on Labette County.
Yeah, that was an awfully good hustle by Ridley and Caton as well, just giving the ball back and forth to each other. Just keep the pressure on.
Just the second on Caton. Ball is inbounded to Bergio. They dump it down. Pfeiffer working on Ridley. Misses the lay-in, and Lynn Cherney skies in for the board. And no one's pressuring the ball as O'Brien's jogging it up. Now she's picked up as she crosses half court. Gets by that man and reverses it. Tough ball handler. A good ball handler, I should say, is Caton O'Brien, and she'll go shoot a 1-and-1 again.
It's so nice to have somebody. We have a couple or 2 or 3 that aren't afraid to have the ball in this situation. They're confident. Oftentimes in the games like this, some people don't want the ball. Caton O'Brien wants the ball.
First free throw is good from O'Brien. She's up to 14 points, all of them in this quarter and the second quarter. Misses this one. Into the corner, it tumbles. And they're going to say it's off of Labette County. It'll be Burlington ball. It tumbled into the hands of Davis, though, over there on the Grizzly bench.
Let's get a hand in contest every shot here.
Pfeiffer in the corner, double teamed. Labette County not letting up on the defensive end. Up by 9, a minute 15 to go. Pfeiffer puts it on the floor, met by Nevaeh Jones, and that's either on Lynn Cherney or Jones. But it'll still just be the 6th team foul on Labette County, so it will not be a 1-and-1 for Burlington just yet.
Another penetration by Burlington. I didn't see the foul, but again, when you penetrate like that, you get a tendency to get a call.
They get Nevaeh, just her first. Here's a drive from Pfeiffer. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Lynn Cherney, and a foul on Pfeiffer going the other way. And that'll be 2 shots for Ridley on this end to try to get Labette County up double digits for the first time tonight.
Great position by Ridley Lynn Cherney. And that's such an obvious foul when you have someone on your hip and go up like that. Well done.
First free throw of the 2 is good for Ridley. Coach Vollmer throws 2 fists in the air as she can certainly smell the victory And Ridley has had an unbelievable night.
100%.
Or it is believable, don't get me wrong, but that's just kind of a, an adjective you use when someone's played really well. But
we understand. Yeah.
She's at 15 points leading the way, and she will have a foul called on her. Is the bucket good? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, now this official corrects him. So the bucket is good. So, gosh, man, it's one of those where I'm not upset at Ridley, but you look at the scoreboard and you think, hey, it's not over.
Yeah, that was the right call.
Young makes the free throw to convert the three-point play. That's 3 fouls on Ridley, the 7th on Labette County as a team. 40-33, Labette County on top, 50 seconds to go, and Ridley is fouled across half court, so 2 free throws coming for Ridley, looking for points 16 and 17.
That's a good play. You break a press by getting the ball to the middle and having your post player spin and pivot, and picked up a foul.
First is short from Ridley. Uncharacteristic miss for Ridley, at least tonight. It feels like her shot percentage has been high. Free throw line for the whole team's been wonky. The second, no good. Martin, and a foul on Alley, and that's 1 and 1 for Burlington on this end. As Labette County, they've done that a lot and only been called for it probably a third of the time.
Yeah.
Just kind of crash in, swat at the ball when no one really has possession, like Alley did, and unfortunately they blew the whistle that time.
Yeah, Alley will tell you that she would be the first to tell you she was out of position on that play. She was hustling, but she just wasn't in position, and that was the right call. So, hey, this game's good for us. We need to close these tight games out right here.
The 1 and 1 free throw is good for Bergio. Shelby Wilson playing with 4 fouls, checks in for Allie Martin, who just picked up her 2nd and the team's 8th. This freshman Bergio is a good ball player.
She sure is.
Second free throw, short, rebound Wilson. Timeout, Coach Vollmer, a full timeout as Labette County was just up. Gosh, did Ridley get it to 10? Was it 40-30?
I don't remember.
I don't
know
remember
it was 8
either.
For sure. Maybe 10.
Okay, as it was at 10. As I believe Labette County was up 10, and Burlington just not going away as you expect a team to do, is certainly fight till the end. It's just a 6-point Grizzly advantage. 46 seconds to go. When we come back in 30 seconds, it will be Grizzly possession. Welcome back to the Burlington Invitational. Labette County, the Lady Grizzlies on top of the Lady Cats of Burlington, 40-34. 46 seconds to go. Rex Winkle will inbound it to Nevaeh Jones, who's double teamed in the corner, hits the deck, and a travel is called.
Yep. Fell to a hand. I think when both feet and one arm or one hand's on the floor, that's a travel.
Ball inbounded for the Lady Cats. This is a 2-possession game, and here's one thrown out of bounds. Labette County needed one play like that to go their way because Burlington can't afford too many more empty possessions, and that was one right there. Wilson's going to turn and heave to Martin, who's back in the game. Labette County not looking to attack, up 6. They're going to force a foul. There it is. O'Brien's going to go shoot 2. She's fouled by Young.
Well, here we go. This is how basketball goes. This 30 seconds will take 5 minutes, and it'll be fun to watch us close this game out here with some free throws.
First is short from O'Brien. Just her 2nd free throw miss on the night. She was previously 5 for 6 from the line, now 5 for 7. 2nd free throw is good, creeps over the front of the rim.
That's a big shot right there. Up 7.
Caton up to 15 points. Three-pointer uncontested from Young, off the mark. Flying high in the air is Ridley. Can't get it. Pinballs to the corner. Here's Pfeiffer for three. Near the top of the key, left wing region as well. Rebound Lynn Cherney, outlet O'Brien, and Labette County's going to win it. Is Burlington going to foul one more time? They are. It'll be Addison going to the line looking for her first points of the game.
You know, you always want to win a game going away by 10, 15, 20, but our girls faced a little bit of adversity. You know, Burlington brought it back, put some stress on us, and so these are real good games to hang on to and win.
It is. Rexwinkle's first is good. Second, good as well. So nice job from Addison to convert, helping out that free throw percentage. It hasn't been perfect tonight by any means. So here's Burlington driving. Oh, man, and a foul on Labette County on the floor, so it'll be 1-1. They're going to get Addison on the foul, and at the line shooting that bonus is Belcher. Looking for her first points. And it's good, so she'll get one more. Belcher just a freshman as well. Second. Short, hit the rim 2 or 3 times and tumbles into the awaiting arms of Ridley Lynn Cherney, who has been probably the MVP of this win. Buzzer sounds, 35-43. Labette County wins it, moves to 5-6 on the season, 1-1 in this Burlington Invitational, and they will play at 3:10 tomorrow here in the middle school. I am unsure who the opponent is. I will go find that out for you and have it to you at some point in the broadcast, but Labette County, the Lady Grizzlies will play at 3:10, give or take, here in the middle school tomorrow. But a big win for Coach Vollmer's squad. They needed that, it felt like.
We deserved that game.
They did.
I feel like we outplayed them pretty much the entire game, and so, we certainly deserve that. Good. That was a really good win.
As we will go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout and come back with our Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Lady Grizzly basketball. Welcome back to our Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Lady Grizzly basketball. They are victorious. That is your Lady Grizzlies, of course, 35-43 over the Lady Cats of Burlington, the hosting team of this invitational. And they will go on to play tomorrow at 3:10 in the afternoon here in the middle school. They moved to 5-6 on the season. Lost on Tuesday, almost said yesterday, in this tournament to Independence. Certainly a team that can go on to win this thing, but a good win here tonight that felt much needed. I don't really know if it was or not. I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but I feel like this team needed just a little pick-me-up after Tuesday's game, and Ridley Lynn Cherney and Caton O'Brien combined for 30 of the team's 43 points.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, gosh, a lot. That was a fun game to watch for starters. I felt comfortable the whole time, even when it was close. I don't know why. I just felt like I just thought we were going to win. And you hit on something earlier that I had a little bit forgotten is from last year, we did have to replace not just 5 or 6 players, but starters off last year's team that had started since their sophomore year. So this group of girls this year has had to kind of reinvent themselves, find their leadership, find their confidence. And then, of course, losing Landry, we get her back next week, which is awesome. But I'm really proud of them. Tonight's energy and like you said, Ridley and Caton, really all of them played hard, but really got top-notch effort out of, Ridley for sure, just really played up. So proud of them, happy for them. Can't wait till tomorrow.
As I do believe it is Sabetha that Labette County will be playing tomorrow, again at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:10 to be exact. But the Blue Jays from Sabetha, varsity girls squad, knocked off Paola on this loser's side of the bracket. So I do believe that's who it is, as I was just doing some YouTube searching, looking at the colors of the jerseys. So I believe it was Sabetha who won that contest, unofficial, but I do believe that's who they're playing, the Lady Blue Jays. But yeah, I mean, if Ridley scores, and I know that it may be unrealistic and it might not be to ask this of someone to score every game, but if you were to just take Ridley with 15 points and copy and paste it for every game the rest of the year, you have to like how it might look. Just because it's so important for an interior presence and she did a lot more than score, but when someone other than a couple guards score, when it's a guard and a post player that combine for 30 rather than 2 guards combining for 30, it's just a different 1-2 punch.
Well, it is. They complement each other. As soon as you start scoring down low, I know you know this, and so do people listening, all of a sudden the defense has to sag, and then she's able to kick it out and gives our shooters a step or two on the defender to get an open look. So along with that and our overall the defensive and the press, the intensity created a lot of problems for Burlington. So just a good effort. Coach Ballmer, pat her on the back. Got the kids ready to play and had a good game plan. Well done.
Labette County wins it 43-35, and they'll play Sabetha, the Lady Blue Jays, tomorrow at 3:10 here in the middle school. We hope you can join us here on our YouTube, KLKC Sports, as we will be live or right here on the station, 106.7 KLKC Parsons. We're going to take a quick 60-second timeout and come back with our Tank Connection pregame show of our boys contest. Broadcasting live from Burlington Middle School, home of the Bobcats, we welcome you in, Grizzly Nation, to tonight's Tank Connection pregame show of Grizzly basketball. I'm Jack Leak, and this weekend joining me is my father, Jack Leak Sr. There's no other way to say. If I just say Jack Leak with Jack Leak, it feels kind of awkward.
Well,
so
I don't know if I want to be called Senior or Big Jack.
Okay.
No, I'm teasing.
I'll call you Big Jack then.
I don't know if that's any better. No.
Let us know in the YouTube comments if I should call him.
No.
Okay, all right, never mind, don't do that. But it's interesting, Dad, this matchup is Labette County's going to be taking on the Rock Creek Mustangs, and why it's interesting is because this is what the matchup on paper should have been on the winner's side of the bracket in the high school today. As Rock Creek is at 6-2, they were a 2 seed coming into this tournament as they lost to Independence. And let me tell you, Independence is probably the best 3-5 team. At least coming into this tournament, they were 3-5. They're 4-5 now after beating Rock Creek, obviously. Independence is good.
Yep.
That's a lethal 4-5 7 seed to play, and Rock Creek fell right into their hands. But Labette County fell right into the trap of Ottawa, the Cyclones, the 6 seed. They came into the tournament at 3-4, got to that even 500 at 4-4 after beating your Grizzlies on Tuesday night, late at night. That game got underway at 9 p.m. But Labette County fell to Ottawa 46-42. And Dad, I know you were back home. I don't know if you watched the whole thing or not, but it was a poor outing. By everyone in that locker room would put this headset on and say that exact same thing. It was a poor outing from our Grizzlies and certainly a disappointment against a team we feel like we should have beat. So how do you just get back up 2 days later and just go play again? I mean, I know that this team's led by Coach Argerbright, who's good at rallying the troops, but it was just a poor game, not the best officiated game, but now you got to play the 2 seed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wish I had the perfect answer for that, but anyone that's ever played sports at all have had those kind of games, of course, when and I know even at Pittsburgh they didn't feel like anything went their way. So, but we've got a nice group of boys, a positive group of boys, a talented group of young men who are continuing to kind of find the leadership for this team. And Argerbright's awesome at getting kids up and getting their head straight and their head right. Hey, we just need a few things to go our way. When we start playing well, it really spreads like wildfire on the court. And some of the games earlier on a few weeks back when we were really loose and playing free, we were really playing dynamic basketball. So we'll get right back to that today and tomorrow, and then just carry on in the second half of league play.
Labette County started out the season they won just one of their first 4 games. That circle tournament did not go how we would have liked, nor did that trip to Bonner. Then they win 4 straight and start 4-0 in the SEK. And don't forget, Labette County still in first place, or at least tied for first place in the SEK with Pittsburgh at 4-1. So amidst all this Burlington Invitational and looking sloppy on Tuesday, no matter what, when we wake up on Sunday, we're still first place in the SEK, so it's one of those things you can always go back to. But I know they're hungry for a win after losing their last 2 games at Pittsburgh by 39 points and losing to Ottawa, the Cyclones, a team you should have beat. And now you play Rock Creek, who sits at 6-4 on the season, again coming in the 2 seed to this tournament. In the game against Ottawa, Hudson Baker did foul out of that contest late in the game. He did score 15 points, though, for Labette County, and nobody else really got going. Xavier Phillips had 7, and Joe Page hit 2 3-pointers, but it was just kind of one of those games. But you're right, Dad, when Labette County just kind of lets it rip and run, it feels like sometimes they're too concerned about making the extra pass, running the set play that was called in, and not taking the advantage that is right in front of them. And they do take those advantages that are right in front of them when they're playing loose, when they ditch that outlet. It seems like, to me anyways, and then the set plays come easier when you're playing loose as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's just one of the oldest adages in athletics, period, is just it's almost like when you're not trying, you're hustling, but when you're not trying to perform a certain way, it's effortless. It's easy to shoot when you're just looking and letting it go, but if you tighten up and try to make things too mechanical or too just right, it's counterintuitive for being successful. So, hey, we're just a few good plays, a quarter of good basketball away from winning this game here tonight by 12 or 15. We can do that. We can play that kind of basketball.
2 minutes and 50 seconds until tip-off from Burlington Middle School. This has been your Tank Connection pregame show. It's Labette County and it's Rock Creek. Coming up, we'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with the starters and our scene setter here on KLKC Parsons. Broadcasting live. Meister for three in the lead! Yes! From the studio of KLKC Parsons, Wilson launches another three, and it's pure for Shelby Wilson! This is Grizzly Basketball on 106.7 FM KLKC Parsons. Unbelievable win! I cannot believe it! Starting lineups about to be rattled off here in the middle school gymnasium. Still a decent crowd hanging around. As, after Burlington, the team that's hosting this tournament, you thought maybe the gym would clear out a lot more than it did, but a lot of teams did hang around, so It's good to add to the atmosphere here in the middle school. Starting lineups are in. I doubt they do the national anthem again. Okay, they're not, so we'll go ahead and get into them. We'll go ahead and just call them the visitors. The Rock Creek Mustangs. It's number 0, a 6-foot-tall senior, Logan Sturdy. Number 1, a 5'9" senior, Ethan Burgess. Number 3, a 6-foot-tall sophomore, Coley Burgess. Number 13, a 6'3" junior, Dagan Vinduska. Number 22, a 6'2" junior, Cade Welfringer. Head coach for Rock Creek. In his first year as head coach at Rock Creek is Justin Smith. And for Labette County, starting this evening is number 3, a 6'4" junior, Xavier Phillips. Number 4, a 5'11" senior, Trey Vinson. Number 5, a 5'8" senior, Griffin Eaton. Number 15, a 6'8", they have him listed on here, junior, Hudson Baker. And number 23, a 6'3" senior in Matthew Boyle. Head coach for Labette County is, of course, Bradley Argerbright. Assistants are Brian Tucker and Davey Brown. And assistants for Rock Creek are not listed on here, but I know that Coach Smith in his first year at Rock Creek has a good squad going, obviously earning themselves a 2 seed here in this Burlington tournament. Dad, again, this is the game we were expecting to see in the high school on the winner's side today, but instead we are treated to it here in the middle school, and we'll go ahead and take it. Both teams in one final huddle. We'll be back in 30 seconds after the scene setter of Grizzly basketball. Tip-off is coming right up. Broadcasting live. Meister for 3 in the lead! Yes! From the studio of KLKC Parsons, Wilson launches another 3, and it's pure for Shelby Wilson! This is Grizzly basketball on 106.7 FM KLKC Parsons. Unbelievable win! I cannot believe it! His way towards the black Bobcat outlined it to midcourt, and he will go toe-to-toe with the 6'3" junior Dagan Vinduska. The two meet at midcourt. Ref dribbles the pumpkin towards the interior, the heart of the floor. He will toss it in the air. maybe as Venduska jumps too early and Baker easily wins the tip, and here we go. Possession number 1 is underway.
Well, just looking at these two teams right now, it looks like a good matchup for us.
It does.
I know we haven't even started the game, but I feel good already.
We caught a little bit of the Rock Creek and Independence game. It went to overtime before Coach Brad Smith's squad from Independence pulled it out, but Rock Creek is quick and physical. Here's Phillips, right wing 3. It's good for Xavier Phillips, and let me tell you, he's struggled shooting the ball, he would tell you, this season, but if he is knocking down threes, oh my goodness.
Yeah, caught it, glanced at the target, let it go. That's when it goes in.
Because you can always rely on Joe Page to knock down a couple, but you know, if Xavier can join that club of maybe 2 threes a game, that's a whole nother realm. 3-0 Labette County. Xavier Phillips with a 3. Argerbright animated and active as always on the sideline. He's on a different bench than he was yesterday. He's on the right bench in terms of where we're facing. Yesterday he was on the left side. Here's Rock Creek, a long opening possession, just kind of dribbling around the perimeter, passing around the perimeter, waiting on that right moment to attack. 4 out, 1 in is the look. Here's a screen at the top of the key, kick to the corner. Now they'll rotate it. Here's a head fake from Sturdy. And up in the air, there's a foul called on Labette County. I think it's Sturdy who still maintained the possession. He did, so he'll shoot 2.
Gosh, that was a good defensive possession. And again, there was probably a foul there. I didn't see it, but a nice penetration. And anytime you go up and swat at the ball, anytime there's a chance they'll call that. But good hustle. We jumped to the ball.
First from Sturdy is no good. Coach Smith has 3 starters returning from last year's squad. This is still just his first season as head coach. He was assistant. I failed to mention that. He was assistant, but this is his first year as head coach. Those 3 returning starters are Whitworth, Burgess, and Sturdy, who just made the second free throw. So it is 3-1 Labette County. 6:30 to go, opening quarter. If you're just joining us, we thank you for tuning in to Grizzly basketball. As Boyles hacked pretty hard underneath, maybe an arm bar, or forearm rather, to the face. And that's the second foul called on Rock Creek.
Nice look by Xavier to dish that down to Matthew, and went down low and picked up a foul.
For the first foul, my apologies, that goes on Venduska. Inbounds goes to Labette County. Phillips near the top of the key. Deeper in the corner it goes to Eaton. Baker having to go snatch it, saves it over his head. A hook pass from going out of bounds. Vincent dumps it to Boyle. Layup is good. That was a good possession, sparked by a hustle play from the 6'8 Baker.
Hudson Baker went all in, kicked it back out, and then a nice dish, and Matthew put it in down low. Pretty.
Good ball movement from Rock Creek. Burgess underneath, kicks it out to his brother. Here's Coley Burgess. Up under Phillips. Good bounce pass underneath. Got Phillips to bite, and that's a foul on Phillips as he just kind of slid down the back like a slip and slide of Welfringer and hit the deck.
He went upended. He's afraid he's going to land on his head. When you're that tall and you jump that high, you're coming down from about 8 or 9 foot.
Yeah.
Thankfully, he landed pretty softly.
He did. The foul was on the floor as Welfringer was at the line ready to shoot 2, but the ref says no, and they'll inbound underneath their own goal. Set play. Coley Burgess denied the 3-pointer, has to kick it out to the corner. Here's Ethan Burgess. Right back to Coley. That'll be fun all night. When there's brothers, you always have to say the first name as well for clarification.
Yes, you do.
Here's a skip pass to Ethan Burgess. He's harassed by Trey Vincent. Top-tier defender. Here's a steal. Griffin Eaton goes behind the back. Now nearly between the legs. Crosses over instead. Here's Vincent. Jump stop. Euro. Floater faded. Might have been tipped. And here come the Mustangs the other way.
2 really quick guards there. Griff and Trey. Little rush maybe, but I like it. Trey did a nice job penetrating.
Ethan Burgess misses a lay-in, and here comes Phillips. Dribbling behind the back, good pass to Baker. 1 dribble, power step, hitting the baseline hard, and a foul on Rock Creek. I'm assuming they're going to get Cade Welfringer, who was in there on the harassment, and they are. That is the second team foul on Rock Creek and the first on Welfringer.
A lot happened there. Man, our boys are playing tough too. Matthew Boyle, wow.
Good set play. Phillips found Boyle wide open, cutting from the elbow down to lay it in with the right hand off the glass. 7-1 Labette County. Sluggish starts have plagued this team in stretches in the past, and certainly not one here in the middle school tonight. Dribbling with the left, kicking to the corner. It's sturdy in the hands. Burgess skip past 3, off the mark, fighting for its Boyle and winning is Boyle. This is Matthew's best opening to a game all season long.
Sure is. I see his confidence every week getting better and better. That's such a great kid. I'm so happy.
Phillips, jump stop baseline, triple team, finds the open man, Eaton for 3. You betcha! Griffin Eaton finds the bottom of the rack and forces a Coach Smith Rock Creek timeout. Labette County rolling from Burlington, up 10-1, 4:15 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Everybody is different. Some get injured, while others simply wear down. Whether it's on the court, on the field, or at the gym, Labette Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team has the training and skill to repair, restore, and renew. We share the same goal, and together we'll write your comeback story. For more information about Southeast Kansas' leading orthopedic and sports medicine team, go to LavetteHealth.com.
Labette County scorching hot to open up the front half of this first quarter. Griffin Eaton with a 3 to force the Coach Smith timeout. Xavier Phillips with a 3 to open the game. And Matthew Boyle sandwiched in between the two with 2 layups.
I'm telling you, it's contagious. Making baskets is contagious, playing good defense. That's what I was talking about. This team doesn't need anything fixed. We just need to play confident.
In the corner for 3, an awkward shot is airball deep. I believe that's a new Mustang in the game. I'll get a name momentarily. Here's Vinson driving. That's a block on Rock Creek, and 2 free throws coming for Vinson. The Mustang, who I believe is new in the game, it is David Wilkinson, a 6'3 junior in the game.
I appreciate that call. Sometimes kids can sell that as a charge, but that was the right call.
These refs are doing a nice job. This is the same crew that did the girls' game, I believe, and they've done a really good job. Not Xavier. Trey makes the first free throw. The second, a little bit too short. He faded off the line a little bit that time, but we'll take the split from Trey. 11-1, Labette County up 10. 3:45 to go first quarter. Labette County bench egging on their defense. They can smell another stop. Rock Creek just with 1 point, no field goals obviously so far in this one. Harassed on the near side is Brady Snyder, a new Rock Creek Mustang to check in. Here's a cut, dish underneath, nearly stolen. Thought he was out of bounds, no whistle. Layup off the left glass, no good. Another offensive rebound for Rock Creek, and the putback is good from Coley Burgess.
I tell you, we're playing tough though. We are everywhere.
At the other end, Baker misses a right-hand layup. Contested, and here comes Rock Creek for 3, in and out. Rebound Baker, flying high above the outreached arms of Snyder, and here's a throwaway at the other end, but Phillips still fighting for it, and is he going to save the possession?
Wow.
Yes, he is. Oh my goodness, Xavier Phillips stuck with it. It went all the way as deep in the corner as you could get without going out of bounds, and he picked it up and threw it off the back, literally, of the Mustang.
Never, ever give up. That's I watched that play develop halfway down the court. Incredible.
Couple Mustangs check in. Gavin Rosa, a 6'1 freshman, is in there for Rock Creek. Brady Snyder in. It's Labette County with the ball. 11-3 the score. Baker high post. Hands it off with the left hand into the chest like a quarterback to his running back, Griffin Eaton. Pass to the corner, Phillips tipped in the passing lane. Good hands by Riker Zoller, the other Mustang who I was trying to find. Vinson, pick and roll, off ball. Baker, left hand miss. Rebound Mustangs, but I'll take it.
It's a good feed. Hudson will make that most of the time. He's such a big kid and a gifted athlete. He could take this game over.
Snyder dribbles just a bit. Now Zoller with it. Left wing now comes to the top. One dribble with the right hand. Quick 3 from Burgess off the mark. Crashing on it is Eaton. That could have been a good no call. Both players clashed on it. Eaton wins it. And here comes Labette County wearing their black uniforms, red numbers, and Rock Creek in their whites with black numbers.
Yeah, I like that no call too. They were both just going for the ball.
Trey Vinson with it. Throws it to his fellow point guard, Griff Eaton. Right wing, pass over the head, tipped. Who's going to come away with it? And it's Joe Page somehow coming away with it amongst all that mess. Here's Page, left wing, quick trigger three is off the mark. Rebound, Vincent in the corner. He'll drive, spin, kick. Phillips looking for his second. Yeah! He's got it.
Sorry.
Xavier Phillips knocks it down. 14-3 is the score. Labette County is rolling. Xavier Phillips with 2 3-pointers. 3 on the night for Labette County. Timeout, Coach Argerbright. It's 30 seconds. They're rolling. We'll be back in 30 on KLKC Parsons.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Out of the Coach Argerbright timeout. Here is a steal. Xavier Phillips pokes it away from the ball handler. I hardly had any time to get my feet under me here. And Labette County steals it away. Up 11, looking for more blood. Still just the first quarter, but Rock Creek steals it away. Here comes Venduska up ahead. Joe Page in there on the attempt to strip it. Foul on Page.
You know, that's okay. I mean, that was going to be a guaranteed 2, and maybe he misses one, maybe he misses both of these. So it's hard to get a steal like that and not get a foul called on you.
It's Snyder, rather. I believe I said Venduska. It is Snyder shooting 2, gets the first. Kagan Bates checks in for Griffin Eaton. Gets the second as well. Dad, talk a little bit about Kagan Bates.
Gosh. Well, I'll tell you what, this stage isn't too big for him. There's never been 1 ounce of him that's looked the least bit intimidated. He is a game changer when he's in here. Just super impressed with him, actually. Football and basketball.
Yeah, starting safety along with Barrett Heston, who had an unfortunate meniscus injury, but he did practice the other day, I was told by his mom, so hopefully Barrett Heston is
on the mend,
active, on the bend. I don't know if active would be a good thing or not, but we'll see. 14-5, Labette County on top with the ball. Long possession for the Grizzlies. Joe Page has it on the right side. Now they come near the top. Far away from the three-point line, though, is Vinson. Now gets to the paint, kicks it to Bates. Good facilitator, finds Page. 15 seconds. Labette County potentially holding for one shot. I think they are. Argerbright calls in the play. Page takes a dribble, gives it to the big fella. 6 seconds, they got to go. Bates with it, 4 seconds, they've got to move. Vinson, 2 seconds, 1 second. Not the shot they wanted. Baker off the tip, doesn't get it to go. Not the prettiest execution, but a half-decent look, but you can't complain. At the end, a 1 from Burlington, Labette County 14, Rock Creek 5. It was all Grizzlies, but we still have 3 rounds to go. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is Grizzly basketball.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
It was. Hudson just fell, but I thought he got rid of it before he hit the ground, so bet the ref didn't, so it was a travel.
So it'll be Mustang basketball. They'll inbound over the top to their big, or at least the big they have on the floor. Vinduska stands at 6'3", and here's a pass tipped out of bounds by Phillips, flies high in the air and lands in the second row. Labette County's length is giving Rock Creek fits. You mentioned right after tip that you like the matchup just from the eye test, and it's certainly held true.
It sure has. Plus, just like our girls, man, our boys are bouncing. They just look alive and ready to play.
Here's a little drive. It's sturdy underneath. Bates gambles on a passing lane, misses, but Phillips there for the help defense.
Look at the movement.
As they were off a little bit, Labette County was beat by just a click, but about half a second later, they were right back where they needed to be. Rock Creek just with one field goal on the night. Another tip pass by Phillips, and this time it's picked up by Baker. He'll hurl it to Vinson, who nearly saved it. Oh, as I'm sure it did land out of bounds. Good call from the official, but man, Trey Vinson, no one's given up on any pass. It looked like that was just going to tumble into the lobby.
Yeah. Yep. And Trey's about as quick as we got, so that was about our best shot right there to get that ball.
Griff Eaton checks in for Trey Vinson, who sprints to the locker room maybe to grab some tape or something of the sort. 14-5, Labette County, a scoreless second quarter, just a minute into it. Rock Creek looking to penetrate Labette County a bit, who's in a man-to-man defense. Baker switches, top of the key with it. Sturdy puts it on the floor, kicks it back out. Here's a head fake. Phillips there to meet him, and so is Bates.
Wow.
Flip to the corner. Labette County recovering nicely. Baker gets caught in the air and fouled on the way down. Burgess will shoot two.
Yeah, gosh, I hate that. That was just one of those unfortunate fouls on Hudson. Just had a little momentum going towards the basket, kind of came down on the kid's back. Fortunately, that's just his first foul.
First is no good. It is Coley Burgess at the line, and the better you're playing defense and the more juiced you are, and that was a good defensive possession, you're more prone to jumping for joy because you're anticipating that spark.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point. We're juiced up.
Second is no good as well, so the score remains a halt at 14-5. Labette County with it. Bates in the corner, had an open three, but head fakes and is cut off. What a hook pass to Phillips. Euro step, little floater off to the right, didn't hit anything but the backboard, and here comes Rock Creek.
Well, I was hoping for a foul in there, but we didn't get it.
Here's a three-pointer from Sturdy, off the mark. Rebound Baker, maybe shoved in the back a bit by Welfringer, but a great no call.
Good, strong, good position by Hudson.
What a look inside. Baker goes up with it as he was triple-teamed basically. There was a third guy in the area not really harassing Hudson, but he was certainly double-teamed, and he knew he had no chance, so he just kind of flailed and drew the foul.
That's right. Somebody that tall and that athletic and that good gets the ball down low, you go up.
First is too strong. Hudson is really a good free throw shooter. Not all the time are bigs good free throw shooters, but Hudson is a good free throw shooter.
He's got a nice release. The ball seems to have good rotation.
The second is good. 1 for 2 goes Hudson, his first point of the night. As when Hudson has 1 point and you're up by 10, that's a good ball club that is not one-dimensional.
Yes, yeah.
Rock Creek has been pretty stagnant. The waters of Rock Creek have been still. Underneath, a little reverse is missed. Rebound Baker. He's really cleaned up on the glass. Here comes Vincent, stutter step drive, dump to Baker, one dribble kick. Griff Eaton for three, top of the key, too strong. Phillips fighting for it, Mustangs win it. Here comes Ethan Burgess up ahead, 2v2, floater's good.
That was a nice kick out by Hudson, but between you and me, when he's down that low, I want him to go. Take one step and just put it up.
Between you, me, and the 85 people watching. and listening as well. Here's another turnover. Rock Creek looking to get within 6, and it's blocked by Phillips and saved by Phillips. Did he travel? That's a good call. Sometimes refs don't call that just because it's kind of a bang-bang thing, but that was a good call. Xavier hopped twice on that right foot.
Yes, he did. That's a nice hustle, though. Got a block and tried to save it.
Here's Rock Creek down just 8 as much as it feels like Labette County's outplayed them, 8's a good lead, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, don't get me wrong, but you're not up much.
Yeah, we've had a couple of sloppy turnovers here just of late, so just trying to do too much is all. Still playing really hard.
Oh, yes. Here's Coley Burgess with it. He'll rotate it. Ethan Burgess, right wing. Rock Creek has been looking for the 3-ball, but that doesn't seem to be their number one look at all. Here's a dump down. Patience is key, and it pays off. Vinduska lays it in for his first bucket. 5 different scores for Rock Creek. They just kind of wait, and then just get a look.
Yeah, they stayed with it. Well, we'll see. They've had a little run here. We'll see how we respond.
Foul underneath, throwing his head backwards in disgust is Vinduska, and that is the 4th team foul on Rock Creek. Labette with the same amount. That's the second on Dagan. Joe Page will check in for Labette County in place of Xavier Phillips, who has 2 3-pointers. Both of those came in that the last quarter, which was the first. A few Mustangs check in. On the floor is Sturdy. Both Burgess brothers. Snyder is in there as well. Labette County with it. A 3-2 zone look from Rock Creek. Baker comes to get it beyond the arc at the top of the key. Kicks it out to Joe Page. Mishandle, but snags it. Vincent dribbles into the Burgess brothers in that zone. Eaton for 3, and he hits it. Griffin Eaton with 2 3-pointers, and Xavier Phillips with the same amount.
We needed that.
3-pointers.
Now we got to stop.
Yep. They miss a 3-pointer. Page with the rebound finds Boyle. Boyle's back in. Labette County showing great poise in the midst of pressure.
Nice.
Vincent gets to the rack and misses a touch shot. Baker still fighting. He wins it. He'll try to find somebody. Finds Boyle in the corner. Open for 3. Too deep. Rebound Mustangs in the hands of Snyder. It tumbles.
Time to lock down D here.
3-pointer for Burgess off the mark. Rebound Eaton. 18-9 Labette County on top. Page in the corner. Stepped out of bounds. No. Traveled. So turnover Labette County. Checking in for Rock Creek is Zoller and Rosa. Those two replace the Burgess brothers. And walking it up running point is Rosa, a freshman. Rock Creek, or each team rather, just with 4 points in this quarter after a 14-5 first quarter. Here's a little drive. Phillips bit again on it. No foul called as Snyder hit the deck, and here comes Griffin Eaton.
I'm thankful for that. I was afraid a foul was coming right there.
Vincent for 3, misses it. Rebound Baker. He'll kick it out to Phillips. Skip past Vincent. Page, extra pass, 3-pointer from the corner's good. Joe Page knocks it down, and Labette County has 6 3-pointers in the first half, and they lead by 12.
It does my heart good to see Big Joe get one going. He could knock down 3 or 4 more now.
Correction, 5 3-pointers. Looking to respond, and doing so is Snyder. Timeout, Coach Smith of Rock Creek, as Coach Smith was probably wanting to burn one, but wanted to wait, maybe like Argerbright does, for a little bit of momentum to take into that huddle and regroup in maybe more positive direction, whereas if he would have called it after Page hits the 3, it's an electric Grizzly bench and a sulking Mustang bench. So sometimes there are benefits to waiting and taking a timeout after you score when you're down than when the other team scores, but it can be risky due to momentum because Labette County's had about all of it.
Yeah, that's right. It's definitely a chess match with these coaches trying to play on each other's psyche. So has a good shot. That ball looked good when it left his hand, and still setting good. Got a good game going here for us. It's been a good half.
Right. As Joe Page is your main man from beyond the arc, you know, he's good for, on a bad night, 2 3-pointers, and at best 4, 5, maybe 6.
I think big fella's looking up here.
Joe,
yes.
at his support group.
Yeah. Nice group of young men down there playing.
2:25 to go in the half. 21-12, Labette County on top and with possession. Coming out of the Coach Smith timeout. Rock Creek picking them up beyond the arc. 3-2 zone, it looks like. Really paying attention to Hudson flashing at that free throw line. He'll drop down to the block, 4 out, 1 in. Phillips in the corner for 3. Misses it deep, goes high in the air. Eaton tries to sky for it, but can't reach over the 6'3" length of Snyder.
Boy, he was close.
3-pointer. Off the mark, rebound high, just like the previous one launched by Phillips. And here comes Rock Creek with another chance off the offensive board. Here's a 3-pointer right wing from Zoller off the mark. Vinson clashes with 2 white jerseys in midair, and that's got to be going the other way, and so. It is.
It was a nice move by Trey, kind of slid in and kind of got position there for that rebound, and over the back he went. Drew a foul.
That's the team's 6th, so Labette County might be able to take a few trips, maybe a couple, to the free throw line should they be aggressive in the last 90 seconds of the half, which is where we are approaching. 21-12 Labette County with the ball and the lead. Set play, it looks like, from Coach Argabright. Now it might be a breakdown. Here's Vincent looking for somebody. Bounce pass Eaton in the corner. Gets him beat baseline. Good dump to Baker. Leans, shoots, and misses. Something funky happened as it goes out of bounds off of Hudson as he had a strong lift from the ground and then is like something kind of gave out.
I'm not sure either if the other guy hit the ball or what, but yeah, something threw off his timing.
As here's a block by Hudson. Goodness, that was high in the air, and Eaton will save it from going out of bounds behind his back, but into the hands of the Mustangs. Snyder nearly traveled off of his own pump fake from beyond the arc. Extra pass. Rock Creek still with possession. A near throwaway. Here's McCarn. Parker McCarn in the game. Gets a man in the air. Is that number 34? It is. I don't have a 34 in the book. I'll try to listen to the PA announcer here.
I think Hudson got about 13 foot in the air just a minute ago.
As they didn't say the free throw shooter's name. I think they just said his name, but I missed it over the buzzer. But number 34 for Rock Creek's at the line. He got the first one to go. Second is in and out. Baker collapses, and then the free throw shooter gets his own miss and lays it in. Just a 6-point Grizzly lead. Things are kind of collapsing a little bit. They're playing okay, but just a few things have swung Rock Creek's way here in the late goings of the second quarter, as we will be joined by Coach Vollmer here in a moment in our halftime show. Labette County with possession, 30 seconds to go in the half. Vinson with it. Pressured at the top of the key by Burgess. He'll kick it out left side. Page wants it in the far corner. 17 seconds. They're waiting on the right moment to go. Here's Eaton still dribbling around. Playing catch are the point guards. 10 seconds. In the corner it goes Phillips. We're now to single digits at 7.5, and here we go. Argabright, arms crossed.
This gets tricky.
3 seconds. Vincent, it's a good look for Page right wing. It's good! Perfect. Joe Page knocks it down at the buzzer. That was well executed. And Rock Creek has to learn Joe Page can knock down shots, and he just hit a big one. Labette County's 6th three-pointer of the first half, and they lead 24-15 at the break. A big-time finish from Joe Page and Labette County to that half after Rock Creek cut it to 6. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, get ready for Coach Vollmer, and talk to her in our Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Welcome back to the Burlington Middle School for our Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. And as we promised, head coach Brianna Vollmer joins us as coach. The Lady Grizzlies will go ahead and just take a brief look back at it. Knock off their opponent 43-35. And Coach Kaiten O'Brien had, I think you have the official book right there, right?
I do.
She had 15?
She had 15.
Ridley had 15?
Ridley had 15.
All right, we got it as those two were outstanding, Coach. At the end of the first quarter, it was just 4-4, but a tone was set defensively, kind of how the game was going to go. The lid kind of came off for both teams, but, man, in that second half, I mean, all 4 quarters, you all looked sharp and ready to go, which is something we missed a little bit on Tuesday, but it was fun to watch.
Absolutely. You know, I'm not going to lie. I ripped my kids' butts yesterday. We did not have a good practice, and I really challenged them. You know, from top to bottom, our freshman kids, our JV kids, and our varsity kids, I challenged them to step up to the plate. And I really challenged our post players to have a great night. And right before we walked on the floor, I said, Ridley, if you have a double-double tonight, I'll give you some hot pink cupcakes. And so Ridley took it to heart, and she came out, and she finished with 17 rebounds, 15 points, double-double. It was a huge night for Ridley. She couldn't have played any better. I mean, she was 1,000 miles an hour, and I'm so proud of her and how she responded. Shelby finished with 11 boards. Kaiten finished with 4 steals. I mean, just played phenomenally, and they really responded to me. And just the amount of effort we showed and pride we showed tonight was just a complete turnaround from Tuesday. The only thing I am going to be picky about is I want them to play that hard every night, and I challenged them in the locker room after the game. You know, I told them, of course, that I'm proud of them, and I'm proud, you know, how they responded to me and getting their butts chewed and, you know, coming out and getting something done as a team, but don't have me light your butts up to get that effort out of you every night. And so they now they know they can play that hard. They know they can go get some things done and lock down defensively, and I challenged them to do that too. So I couldn't be happier with my kids tonight. Yeah,
as certainly there was a difference noticed. Dad's calling with me tonight, and you could just tell they were ready. They were ready to go. Yep. And you could feel it. Even after that sluggish first quarter, it was like they're going to win this game. And it was closer than it felt like maybe it should have been. Actually down 2 at the break. So what was the message? I'm sure you were feeling it a little bit like this is a game we should probably pull away and win, which you did in the end. But what was the halftime message?
The halftime message was, you know, we're going to continue to switch things up defensively, and I kind of took ownership of that on Tuesday. I feel like as a coach I should have done some things differently and put us in a chance to be a little bit more successful. So I owned that. But the halftime message was, you know, if we're going to continue to switch things up, we got to step up and meet that kid in the middle. And we continue to let them have a high post pass, and then you know, we'd either foul. We know we've got to step up and meet them. So you know, defensively, whether we be in a full court press in our 22, which we were in, we mixed it up a little bit, but we know we've got to get to the middle, and we just weren't doing that. And so I think we stepped up a little bit more. They kind of came out stagnant, and I told them, you know, what does success look like in the second half? You know, let's focus on this first minute, and that means, you know, we come down, we execute offensively, we get a quick bucket if it's our basketball, or we go get a stop defensively, and then we force her to call a timeout. And it happened. She called a quick timeout, and, you know, that was successful for us. And then we kind of grinded away. You know, we haven't seen a whole lot of man, and I put some new offense in and did some different things. And, you know, night in and night out, I tell them it's not always going back to the drawing board. It's are we playing hard enough? And they did that tonight, and we looked great offensively, and we didn't force shots. We played as a unit. We weren't individuals out on the floor, and when we are individuals on the floor, we don't look very good. So hopefully we learned our lesson. I'm so proud of the kids and how they responded, and, you know, responded out in the third quarter. And, you know, we really hyped them up in the locker room. We didn't talk a whole lot of X's and O's. You got to continue to do what you're doing, step up and meet that kid in the middle, continue to attack, rebound the basketball, fly to the glass, and, you know, what you did in the first half is not going to win you the second half. So
that's right.
They stepped up to the plate. They did that. We got a little shaky there. They cut it to about 6, and then we came down and we converted, and I couldn't be prouder of the kids. So
as it was certainly a good one, and the press really gave. It was Burlington. I couldn't remember who. My mind moves at 1,000 miles an hour. But really gave Burlington fits. It felt like, but it felt like we weren't able to get set. Obviously, in that press, off of a missed basket can be hard. But Burlington had much more success when we had kind of a sloppy possession, and they could get out and just kind of play scrambled. But when we had a good offensive possession where they had to inbound it or they had to actually break down and walk it up offensively, that's when it felt like we really applied the pressure and shrunk the court on them. So do you see that? Like, the defense looks a little bit better when the offense is, or that press is more efficient when the offense is better? Is that something that?
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about, flowing back into something is much different for us. And, we've been forcing the issue with transition offense ourselves. So we know if we need to capitalize in transition, then other teams are going to do the same to us. So how do we combat that? We got to convert. We got to make buckets. And then we get into our press. And the press that we were in tonight, its efficiency was in that we picked kids up really early. We knew they had shooters and just kind of, find those kids and token pressure and then fold back into a half-court defense. And then, hey, where's the shooter at? And it kind of minimized it to sometimes my kids think too much. We give them matchups before the game. What does this kid do? What does that kid do? And they overthink it a little bit. We knew their best player is number 20, and we knew she was going to come out firing and shooting basketball and trying to do a lot of things. And I feel like, we just kind of overthought it. But when we were in a press, where's the shooter? And we fall back into it and get deflections and do what we do and clog up the middle. I think we were really hurt on Tuesday in the post, and my post players took that to heart. And so we kind of locked their kids down a little bit, and I challenged them to step up and meet that kid in the middle, and we did that over time. We've just got to continue to do that without losing ball games. So
right. Well, best of luck tomorrow at 3 o'clock. 3:10 is the exact score on the bracket, give or take, I guess. Sabetha.
Yep.
Okay, we were right on that. The Lady Blue Jays. So certainly one we're looking forward to. Maybe get some back-to-back wins here in the Burlington Invitational. So thanks for coming up, Coach.
Thank you.
Enjoy the second half if you're hanging around. But thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Head Coach Brianna Vollmer of the victorious Lady Grizzlies. Thanks again, Coach. We appreciate it. 24-15 is the halftime score. Grizzlies are on top. We're just under 2 minutes until the beginning of the second half, so we will take just that. A 2-minute break, and second half action is coming your way. This has been your Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Griffin Eaton inbounds it to his fellow point guard Trey Vinson, and we're underway in the second half. Labette County had 3 scores at 6 points. Griff Eaton, Joe Page, and Xavier Phillips, all of them off of 3-pointers. Each of them had 2 threes. They're going to go right to Baker on the first possession, and he'll mishandle it out of bounds. Turnover on the first possession of the second half. A 9-point Grizzly advantage. Both teams had 10 points in that second quarter, but the first quarter is what set the tone and leads to the Grizzlies score that we have now as they outscored Rock Creek 14-5 in that first quarter.
Yeah, I just want to see more of the same right here. Just like that.
Rock Creek throws it away right into the arms of their head coach over there. Just some miscommunication beyond the 3-point line.
Continued pressure, hustle, and just accept what happens, and good things will come our way.
Griff Eaton hit a couple 3-pointers, 1 in each quarter. He has it. He'll give it to Phillips, who did the same, except his were in the first quarter alone. Matthew Boyle, one of his best starts of the year in the first 4 minutes of that game. A dump down to Baker with position, power step. He's fouled and he'll shoot 2 free throws. There's 3 or 4 white jerseys around him.
I think they've been watching tape on Hudson Baker. When the ball goes inside, crash. So that was a good, strong move by Hudson. And yeah, he was hacked by 2 or 3 different players. So he's at the line, and let's see what we can do here.
Hudson's first is short. He'll have one more. He has just 1 point on the night. But such a big impact even when he doesn't score, because, you know, the reason why Xavier can get open and Joe can get open and Griff can get it open is because there's 3 guys on Hudson. When he catches it, he misses the second, and here comes Rock Creek.
That's right. Oh, good hands, Trey.
Trey steals it. Here he comes across half court. He's met from the front and back and still maintains control up under. Barely misses the layup, but it tumbles into the arms of Xavier in the corner. Griff now, long skip to Boyle, good position. Vincent for 3, off the mark. Boyle had a hand on it, but it's ripped away. Here comes Rock Creek on the board, was Welfringer.
That was a good series down there.
3-pointer missed, quick trigger in the corner from Burgess. Labette County, Phillips given room, little hesitation, caused him to pull it down and pass, probably a good decision. Here's Boyle, now Phillips from the free throw line, got it.
Very nice. Caught it, shot it, no thinking at all. And that's a tough shot, too, just above the free throw line. Tough distance.
The second he caught it, Coach Argerbright fist pumped and said good, and he proceeded to make it. A steal. Phillips up ahead, lays it in. Xavier Phillips up to 10 points, and rather than allowing Rock Creek back in at Labette County, goes up 13.
Good hustle. Xavier caused that ball to be loose, and good play.
Here's a 3-pointer. Oh, it's off the glass. He hits it. Vinduska gets it to go for his 5th point. As that wasn't high off the glass, it was sharp. It hit low right above the back iron. And then bear hugged that net. It hit it hard.
Guess those count too.
That's right. 28-18, lead back to 10 for Labette County. Trey Vincent goes behind the back on his defender and gets the Grizzly bench excited and draws a grin from Coach Argerbright. Phillips in the corner, dump to Baker, maybe a little bit forced, loses it in the hands of Vincent, gives it back to Hudson, left-hand hook is good, plus the foul!
In midair, Hudson Baker went from his right hand to his left hand and was being fouled. Very athletic move.
Hudson looking to redeem himself from the free throw line, 1 for 4 so far, looking to make it 2 for 5. Joe Page checks in for Matthew Boyle. And he'll miss it. Here come the Mustangs. A dozen. Labette County leads by. 3-pointer rattles home for Rock Creek.
That's the first time we haven't picked that guy up. That's the easiest 3-point shot out there. I'm not surprised he made that.
Straight away, top of the key. Coley Burgess on the attempt. Here's Baker driving baseline. Leans. That's probably going to be a charge, and it is. You could feel that.
Yes, as always, it's a 50-50 deal when it's half the gym wants a block, half wants a charge, and I can't argue that.
This is going to be a good second half. Labette County's been up 12 and 10, and now it's back to 9, 4:45 to go, third quarter. Rock Creek has banged a couple threes in this quarter alone after making just 1 all of the first half. Here's another tip pass and a steal. Here comes Labette County. Trey Vincent gets by 1 man, 2 man, back to Page, right wing 3. He'll let it rip and let it hit. Joe Page turns around, pounds his chest, and gets back to play some defense. Labette back up 12.
Telling you, if he gets to feeling that.
Rock Creek misses 1 from the corner. Joe Page with 3 threes. Here comes Phillips, hits a cutting Baker, swerving, shooting, and
they don't know what to call.
A charge. Both refs just looked at each other, literally. As I love Hudson being aggressive, as he should be. He has one-on-one matchup where he has the advantage 9 times out of 10, but Joe Page was posted up in that far corner. If Baker touch passes that to Joe Page, this roof comes off.
Yeah, gosh, it just hurts me.
That wasn't the best call either, so it's not a good mix on that possession. Rock Creek for 3, right side, miss, and that is a foul. Good call. 3-point attempt was heaved by Snyder. And the foul as the ball came back down to the hardwood. As Baker did check out, I forgot to mention, he's replaced by Matthew Boyle. That's the second on Joe Page and the third on Labette County this half. Rock Creek with 2. Entry pass goes to Vinduska. They'll work it around the horn. Eaton hits the deck, and Burgess nearly does the same but stays on his feet. Three-pointer in the corner. Rosa got it.
Well, we're going to have to weather this little storm here and stay within ourselves, stay settled, but still stay aggressive.
Rock Creek hit 1-3 in the first half, and they have 3 of them in this quarter alone. What a hook pass. Page to Boyle. Near travel, no call. Phillips for 3, and the answer, got it! Holds his 3 fingers down and hits his temples on the right side of his face in celebratory fashion, and Labette County goes back up 12. It is a shootout. 5 3-pointers made by both these teams in the third quarter alone. 36-24. Labette County on top. Timeout, Labette County. It's a 60-second one. We'll just take 30 of it here on KLKC.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay. We also offer competitive benefits. Apply today.
Xavier Phillips with 13 Labette County points. 2 3-pointers made by Labette County in this quarter and 3 2-point buckets made, giving them a 36-24 advantage over Rock Creek, who has made 3 3-point attempts in this quarter.
Yeah, I'm seeing them play with a little more desire here, a little more anxious about trying to bring this game closer. So we're going to have to match our intensity.
As Rosa, or no, that's not Rosa, it's Zoller travels out of the timeout, and it'll be Labette County ball looking for their largest lead of the game. Rock Creek in a full court press. Eaton's double team throws it away. The Mustangs right underneath their own basket, miss a layup, rebound Boyle, and that's a foul going the other way. As that could not have gone worse for Labette County, and then it could not have gone any better immediately after.
Yeah, that could have been an instant 2 for them. Instead, they miss, we get it, they foul.
Yep.
We're going to have to handle this pressure. This is how it's going to be from here on out. And we need to work on this, quite frankly. Pressure has been our Achilles somewhat this year, so we need this.
That's 4 on Vinduska. Eaton throws it to Vinson. It's 4 on 2. Kick to Page. Quick trigger tray. Got it! Joe Page gets it again, smiles, and looks up to his family here just below us.
Now that'll make them think about pressing this full court if he keeps doing that.
A steal. Joe Page with it. Long pass into the chest of Phillips. Leans, shoots, right-hand layup, miss. Boyle there for the board. Puts it up. No foul called. And here comes Rock Creek.
Gosh, what a good hustle, good exchange. Just didn't get the bucket.
Here's a little up and under move in some traffic by Schneider. He gets it to go. Lead back to 13 for Labette County. Their largest lead of the game didn't last long. What a pass to Boyle. He's hacked and fouled. And Matthew will go to the line for 2. Labette County's looking good in transition.
That's what we need to do. Keep the ball moving and punish them every time they press us. And that'll, again, if anything's going to make them pull back, it'll be us scoring off that press. Matthew Boyle's first, makes it.
As Matthew had those first 4 minutes of the game were crucial in gaining that 9-point advantage at the end of the first quarter as he scored 4 quick points. He was active, as he still is. He misses the second. Phillips fighting for the board, tips it to Boyle, gives it to Page, who lays it in. That is tremendous poetry in motion for the men in black.
Ted, just everyone scrapping and hustling. That defense and playing like that, that's going to win the ball game. Energy.
Page is at 14. A 3-pointer in the corner, missed by Snyder. Bodies collide in midair, no fouls at all. 3-pointer from McCarn, misses. Rebound Page, he's been fantastic, tries to clear space, finds Trey. Minute 50 in the third quarter. 16-point Grizzly lead. Vinson looking to make it 18. Misses the layup. Saves it in bounds. Boyle fighting, trying to create the jump ball. Hits the deck, and here come the Mustangs. Up ahead, 2-on-1. Page deflects it out of bounds and flex and looks at his family again. I love his animated styles. Anytime he does anything, he looks up here at his, I think this is his family below us. And just kind of smiles, and I love it.
That's where you should look.
That's right.
So
that's exactly right.
Man, lots happening. Fun to watch.
Oh, man, this is great. This is a turned-up group. Kagan Bates in the game for Griff Eaton. Baker sitting with 3 or 4 fouls. I'm sorry, I don't exactly remember.
I think he's got 3.
Here's a three-pointer left wing missed by Rosa. Rebound goes out, trying to save it for the Mustangs, and he couldn't do it, but what an effort as he went all the way to the doors that we walked into this building into tonight. Schneider went all the way into the hallway. And here comes Labette County up 16 points. A minute 15 to go in the third quarter.
And I say pour it on. Play harder than you ever have the rest of this game. Don't let up. Don't try to hang on to nothing. Let's just go.
Argerbright held one finger in the air. I don't know if they're trying to burn 60 seconds and wait for one shot or not, but Bates dribbles in between 2 Mustangs and hits the deck hard, draws a foul. That's 5 team fouls on the Mustangs. Labette County still sitting at just 3. That is the first personal foul on Zoller. Phillips slaps the ball. He's the inbounder. Bodies move, throws it over the top to Vincent, catches it right on the half-court line, avoids the backcourt violation. Dribbling between the legs. Switching hands. He'll look to drive. Stutter step kick. Joe Page for 3. No way! Yes way! Joe Page gets it to go. His 5th 3 of the game. And Coach Argerbright puts the 3-point guns in his holsters over there on the bench.
He'll make 3 or 4 more. Yeah. He's a streak shooter. He's a great shooter.
Missed layup. Rebound Boyle. He's riding the tightrope baseline. Clears out. Finds Vincent. Here comes Labette with another chance.
Man, Trace quick. Goodness.
Avoids 2 swipes at it. The Mustangs were harassing Vincent. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Labette County up 19. Here's Phillips. Kick to Bates, left wing. He'll cradle and sway this side. Vincent with it. He'll rip it to the right side. Now Halt. Argerbright tells him to go. 7 seconds. Matthew, high post area, comes to get it. Tries to clear space. Phillips with 3 seconds. Goes behind the back. Head fake. Bates is going to be the one to take it. Step back 3. Hits the deck. No foul. So at the end of 3, it's Labette County 45. And Rock Creek 26. Joe Page with 11 points in that quarter. 3 3-pointers. He has 5 on the game. I watch a lot of college ball, and Joe Page might be one of the best shooters I've seen. He catches it high, shoots it high, great release. That's probably 99% of what he practices in the gym for hours and hours all day for all of his life.
Yes,
he's a natural-born shooter.
He's, I can't argue that, and I'll throw a name out there. Of course, we've had some great athletes, boys and girls alike. Tristan Gegg.
Yes.
She used to catch and instantly get the ball off, and I always knew in my heart when she let go, it's in. And that's right now with Joe, that's exactly what I think every time he gets a hold of it. I expect it to go to him. So
a lot of times when guys have 5 or 6 threes in a game, it's insurmountable. You know, by the time the 5th one goes in, you're going absolutely ballistic. You're losing it. But when Joe Page hits 5 or 6, it's just like, oh, he made it. He made it. It's just like, he made it. But you expect that thing to go in.
And, of course, these other boys are playing hard, too, and helping him create some of those open looks. So it's been a great team effort.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, everyone has been fantastic. 26-45 as the fourth quarter begins. Here's Rock Creek. Left wing three-pointer is put up and rattles in and out. Burgess was the attempter. Offensive rebound, though, in the hands of Venduska, who was fouled. He's playing with 4 personal fouls, I believe. That's the 4th team foul on the Grizzlies and the 3rd on Joe Page. Here comes Rock Creek downhill. Burgess, left hand up and under. Rebound off the leg of the Mustangs, and it'll be Labette County ball.
We're going to see that press, no doubt. So
Long full court pass to Page. Bounces off of his fingers, and they're going to say it's off of Page. It'll be Rock Creek ball, but hey, I mean, that's one that's hard to get upset about because that was just hurled into double-team traffic.
Yeah, that's hopefully not our best way to get the ball in going forward.
Baseline drive, Burgess cut off by Bates. Good look, though, and it's laid in for two by Venduska. That was a nice offense there from Rock Creek.
That was well played. Good left-handed shot.
First points of the fourth quarter from either team, although we are just 40 seconds into it. Here's Bates, still controlling, crossing, and that's, wow.
That was 10.
Wow, that's a 10-second violation.
So, like we mentioned earlier, the press has been a bit of our Achilles. And if teams figure this out, we're gonna see it. So, let's face it right here. Let's deal with some adversity. Let's get some confidence from it.
As Hudson Baker checks back in, Joe Page takes a seat. Boyle's in the game with Vincent, Eaton, and Phillips as well. High post, Rock Creek goes with it. A very patient Mustang squad that just kind of waits to try to punch a hole in you, and they hope that it just goes in. Given room is Burgess. He doesn't take it. He'll rotate it to Sturdy. A lot of rolling away from the ball, and it pays off right here. A good backdoor cut, laying it in for two is Wellfinger. It's just a 15-point game with 6:40 to go.
Yeah. We need to keep the ball in the middle of the court. Those are the trap areas.
As Eaton throws a quarterback pass to Boyle, and his over-the-head pass is batted out of bounds. So Labette County will inbound underneath their own basket.
We need to get a stop or a score or both. Rock Creek's getting a little energy here, a little flow, a little feel. So we need to squash that.
That's right. I mean, get it back to 19, rather than them get it to 11.
Yes.
In the next 60 seconds or so. Here's Trey Vinson, tightly defended beyond the perimeter, well beyond by Burgess. Now they go into it. Baker in the paint, harassed, right-hand hook, missed short, got his own miss, goes right back up with the left and scores.
Way to stay with it, Hudson. Way to stay with it. He's playing better and better and getting more confident as the years go by here.
Open three-pointers, good from Sturdy. So amongst the Hudson Baker basket, Rock Creek gains a 1-point advantage amongst those two sequences, and it's to 14 now.
So like we mentioned, just keep playing hard, defending well. We just keep playing defense like we have the first three quarters. That'll take care of this game. We just have to defend, scrap.
Baker sets a screen for Vincent. It's a pick and roll. He doesn't get it. Here's Phillips looking to go one-on-one. Now double team. Kicks it to Eaton. Puts the ball on the deck with the left hand and holds it. Gives it to Vincent. Defended by Sturdy. High post area. Baker, little dribble handoff. Vincent somehow flips it to Phillips, who rotates it again. Ball stayed on the right side of the three-point line. Now they go to the other side. Baker looking to make a move. Fades, shoots off the glass, miss. Vincent with it. Open layup. Rolls out. Rebound Xavier. He'll go up. Miss again. And what's it going to be? Off of Xavier. It'll be Rock Creek ball. Argerbright, hands on his knees, looks straight down to the ground. Joe Page will check in. My mouth's tired now.
Man.
What just happened?
I don't know. I felt like we had 4 or 5 attempts to make a little bunny down there, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, here we go. We have to defend.
Just a 14-point lead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just find the intensity we've had the entire game. Nothing's changed here except some mentalities.
As Joe Page is going to steal it away. Takes it from Burgess. Up ahead behind the back. Right-hand layup. Good. Plus the foul. Joe Page. Even when he makes a two, it's still a 3-point play.
I tell you, he brought a nice little tad of energy right here we've been needing.
That was the first possession he was in the game. He checked in when that ball rolled off Xavier on that previous chaos. Makes the free throw.
Are we back to 17?
Yeah, that's huge. I know. That's huge.
Swing.
Felt like it got to 11. 50-33 is the score. 4:30 to go in the game. That was a big play. Here's Burgess, right wing three. Miss long. Trying to track it down to Snyder. Saves it in the hands of his teammate, but couldn't control it off his shin. Out of bounds, Labette County ball.
Now let's go score.
Joe Page at 20 points. 5 3-pointers. Phillips has to find someone, finds Trey Vincent. Here he comes up ahead, in and out of traffic, finds Page wide open, misses it off the glass, and here comes Rock Creek. Eaton will stop the ball. Snyder wanted to swing it more to the left. No one was there, so he'll rotate it other side. Sturdy misses a 3. Phillips is fouled from behind, and that'll be 1 and 1 for Xavier Phillips on the other end of the floor. Maybe.
Gotta call that, yeah. I think we are in 1-on-1.
Yep. So Xavier, who had a big first quarter and third quarter and has just been active all game, has 13 points, looking for 14 and 15 here.
Yeah, Xavier's played a nice game too. Talented athlete, can bang with the 4s and 5s. He can play out there with the 1s and 2s. Just a well-rounded basketball player.
First free throw in and out, and here come the Mustangs. No one picks up ball. Vincent tries to draw a charge, but the ball was kicked out of bounds before he even had to put in any work, and it's a turnover, Rock Creek, Labette County ball.
Yeah, we'll take that all night.
17-point Grizzly advantage, 4 minutes to go. It's inbounded to Trey. Trying to get on this side of the press, and does. He just uses his speed to break it, gives it to Baker, leans, and he's blocked at the top. Here comes Rock Creek. Eaton is the last hope. Now Baker collapses and blocks it against the backboard. Rebound Snyder, and his putback is good, but what a hustle by Hudson Baker.
Boy, he sure did.
Snyder's up to 9, and a Labette County turnover. I didn't see all of what took place, what happened over there on the far side.
Just a scramble pass. It was just off target, a little bit hot, so he couldn't get to it to save it. And so next play, that's got to be our mentality. Play hard and not worry about what's just happened.
Rosa with the ball. Burgess now back to Rosa. He hit a 3 earlier and hits this one, and it's at 12 with 3.5 to go. 5-0 run for Rock Creek. Rosa, 2 threes on the night. Here's Phillips. They're going to have to go a little bit, and they do. Vincent catches it with one hand. Wanting it in the corner is Page. Vincent might turn it over. He might create a jump ball, though. And they do call the jump ball. Coach Smith was trying to get a timeout in, but Trey Vincent got the jump ball soon enough. Joe Page looks at Coach Argerbright and signals to Argerbright what play he wants. And Argerbright calls a different one. I love Joe Page. Ball goes into Baker. Beyond the arc, backdoor, Phillips up, nice. Under, layup is good. That is a gorgeous inbounds play.
Yes, that was a beautiful feed by Hudson. Good finish, good fake, good, well done and well needed.
That's gorgeous. Back to 14, that was big, as they could have got it to single digits on this possession, but not anymore. Rosa for 3, bricks at left side, rebound, Joe Page. He tried to outlet too fast to Baker, rolls off his shoulder out of bounds, and he pulls his jersey over his nose in disgust of what he did, but we'll forgive him, I guess.
Yeah. Again, I hate these kind of games, but we need to have these, sustain these stressful situations and overcome them. So there's no way to practice this, so here we go. Let's just fight through it.
52-38 Labette County, 2:40 to go. Eaton riding the back of the shooter, and that's a foul. So Coley Burgess is going to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, we want that clock running right now, so we don't want to give him any dump layups, but we don't also want to give him any fouls to shut the clock off.
First free throw is good from Burgess. He's at 6. Nobody's just lit it up for Rock Creek. It has been a group effort. 6 different scores for the Mustangs, and he makes the second. As it's a near steal. Man, I was circling in the free throw, and I look up, and Zoller's nearly stealing it.
Yeah.
And he was the only one on this end of the floor, it looked like.
Yeah. Yeah, Rock Creek's feeling it. They're thinking they've got a chance here, and I can just see it in their play.
And, oh, my goodness, I don't know how Joe Page caught that, but it was heaved full court, took one lethal bounce, and somehow Joe Page was right there. 2:30 to go in the game. Rock Creek down 12 to your Grizzlies. Baker posting up with Snyder, got tangled. Baker hit the deck. I'm not too sure. Some entanglement in the upper extremities. Here's a kick to Page, well read, but Page deflects the steal. Baker steals it away, and that is going to be a jump ball.
Okay.
As there might have been, the ref had some words with Baker there, I think.
I thought he called. Okay, he did call a jump ball. Gotcha.
It's
okay,
Rock Creek possession. So here comes Rock Creek. A little bit of tension rising potentially. 12-point Labette County lead. 2 minutes to go. Even Rock Creek ball.
Let's play this possession and get a stop right here. This possession.
Burgess dribbles into a triple team. Rosa now left open, banks it in for two. Or it's Zoller. Those two look very identical. Zoller with his first bucket of the game. Here's Phillips. It's just a 10-point lead with 1:40 to go. Rock Creek pressuring the ball the best they can. It goes to the corner to Page. Whipping it around. They're still going for the steal before the foul. Eaton in the interior. Page rotates it. Rock Creek not fouling. Still not fouling, and they nearly steal it. And they're going to say it's off of Baker, or Eaton, pardon me.
Well,
so
I didn't see that.
It paid off, I guess, for Rock Creek.
I guess he's got a better view than me. I just didn't see that. Okay, we got to defend, fellas.
So here comes Rock Creek, and they lose it out of bounds. It'll be Labette County ball. That's a big defensive stand, as you still felt comfortable, but that just kind of confirms it that much more.
Okay, well, this is basketball. 10 points, 1 minute, 15 seconds. They're probably going to start fouling here in a bit if they can't get some stops.
As they nearly steal it, and they do. Rock Creek steals it in the full court press. Here's a foul on Phillips, and 2 free throws coming for Zeller, as Labette County knows they have a height advantage and they love the jump on pump fakes.
Yes, they do. That hurt us that time.
First is good from Zeller. He has 3 points now.
Seems like they've been shooting their free throws awfully well.
Makes them both. 8-point Grizzly lead, 64 seconds to go. It goes to Vincent. Full court press still in effect. They break it. Well, not quite yet. Now they do. As Eaton finds Phillips. Coast to coast they go. Baker is fouled and will shoot 2.
Kind of a collision there for sure. I don't think anything was intentional. It was just everybody hustling for the ball. It's a good pass. Hudson was going up for the shot, and just pretty good collision.
Timeout, Coach Argerbright. It's a full timeout. As if you just walked into the gym, you know, if you're someone who just walked in and say, oh, 8-point game, 54 seconds to go, good game. Labette County was up. Did it get to 19? I know it was up there 2 times. Got down to 13, then it went back to 17, and now it's an 8-point lead with 50 seconds left. Baker shooting 2 free throws after this timeout. We'd like to thank Labette Health for powering tonight's broadcast of Grizzly basketball, and other sponsors include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, USD 506, The Corner Store, Wood Insurance Center, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedics. As the lead got up to 20, Isabel is at home watching.
Was that my job to remember that?
Oh, did you say that?
No. I'm just saying if Isabel was here, she probably would have known that fact.
Probably. Not going to lie. But, hey, I never know any of that stuff. It's kind of hard to retain. Baker makes the first.
That looked good and smooth and confident.
Second free throw is good as well. And I know I'll get text saying, is Isabel okay? Is everything okay? Yes, she's fine. She's going on a little girl's trip tomorrow, so don't worry, Isabel's fine. 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 10-point Labette County advantage. Three-pointer is good from Coley Burgess in the corner, and then a foul after the shot went in on Labette County. So this could be a 5-point game after these free throws. Coley Burgess made a three-pointer, and after it went in, there was a foul on Hudson. That's his fourth, and it is 1-1 for Zeller.
Interesting. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Doesn't happen a lot at all.
No.
It's 1-1 though. Big 1-1. He gets it. Gosh dang.
Yeah.
A 6-point game might be 5 here after this.
You know, it's hard to say, but I have to credit Rock Creek for some of this. They played well and hard too. So, hey, we're built for this. So we're still up, what, 5?
Yep, and he hit the second. It's 5.
So this is our game.
Labette County to inbound, 43 seconds to go. 5-point lead. It's inbounded to Vincent over the top. He's double-teamed. Gives it to Phillips. Throws it to Eaton. Over the top to Baker. Now to Eaton with a little bit of downhill motion. And a foul on Rock Creek, so it'll be 1-1 for Griffin Eaton, as that is the 9th team foul on Rock Creek. And the third, gosh, I still don't know number 34's name, but he will check out. Goodness, is that a whole new group of 5 coming in for Rock Creek? Maybe he has a defensive and offensive package.
Hadn't seen him rotated in that big of a package yet, though, but he sure did that time.
Eaton's front end is good. That's a big front end.
It's a big front end. You know, those free throws count the whole game. And isn't it funny when you get down to 30 seconds how the emphasis is even more so?
Misses the second. Lead is at 6 for Labette County. Here comes Rock Creek. Burgess, a decent look for 3. Misses. Box out. Joe Page is harassed, and a foul on Rock Creek. As Joe eyes down Logan Sturdy, who is creating the hard jump ball.
Last thing we need. Good opportunity for us to kind of work on some of this.
That's right.
Got to keep our composure.
Two shots for Joe. He makes the first. One more here. Up 7. This would put us up 8. He misses. Still up 7. 56-49. 24 seconds to go in the game.
Test every shot. They're going to pull up from.
As
I don't know what.
Trey Vinson just body bumps the ball handler, and that's going to be 1-1 for Logan Sturdy. That's just Trey's first personal. Another host of Mustangs checks in. 1-1 for Sturdy. Spins, dribbles, shoots, and hits short but falls forward and down. So it's back to 6. It would go to 5 should Sturdy make this one. He hits it. Rock Creek has been good from the free throw line.
Don't have it written down, but I'm just watching.
They're 8 for 8 this quarter.
So
56-51, Labette County, 20.6 seconds on the clock. Phillips, the inbounder, throws it to Baker, and it goes out of bounds. Went through his fingertips and went out of bounds. I don't know what it is, but a full court press just kind of lives in our heads right now. Not to say we can't kick it out someday, but it's living in our heads right now.
And anytime the game's down to this point, the team's closing the gap, everything just rises. Well, that's a travel. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. As I was trying to think of how to display what just happened. But
almost a flop in some ways. I mean, I hope he's not hurt, I don't think he was pushed.
As I still have yet to explain what happened. Burgess caught the inbound pass. Phillips was pressuring him. Didn't really bump him, but did make a little bit of contact. And Burgess, in an attempt to draw the foul, which he anticipated coming, fell and hit the deck in a fetal position, and they called a travel rather than a foul. Meanwhile, Trey Vincent catches the inbounds pass, and he will go shoot 2. So that was a big travel call. I mean, they hit a 3. It's a 2-point game, and you make one, miss one, they can tie it with a 3. Vincent makes the first here. I mean, that was big.
Yeah, that free throw was big too.
Yes.
Now it's a 2 possession, 2 threes just to tie it. So this free throw here could just about cap this off.
Vincent misses the second. 6-point Grizzly advantage. 15 seconds to go. A 3-pointer from Snyder. High arcing off the glass. No. Rebound Joe Page. Pulled down out of the grasp of Rosa, who was trying to pull it away from him. And did they get a foul? Yes. Foul on Rock Creek. So Joe Page has 2 shots and can just add to his big night.
Okay.
He's at 21 and can get 22 and 23 right here.
Another good win tonight for our kids.
As certainly for both programs, a great response to adversity on Tuesday night. 2 disappointing performances. He misses them both, but might make it a little bit harder on Rock Creek to get set up. There's just 5 seconds to go. And here's an offensive putback from Zeller, as he's had a good fourth quarter. He has 8 points, and Coach Smith calls a timeout with 0.5 seconds on the clock. Down 4 is his squad. It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take 60 seconds. Labette County's going to be victorious here in 0.5 seconds. But we have, well, will they still take the full 60 if the teams break the huddles? It's too late now.
Yeah,
we'll keep it here. But that was an interesting timeout.
Well, he called it, and then when the ref confirmed it, he looked at him funny. I don't know what transpired, actually.
Was he just wanting to sub? As it's not like he put in a JV squad. He still has the guys who were in the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, we're getting ready to be victorious. There's no way he was trying to call a timeout there. That seems odd. I don't know.
We're going to do our secret play, and we don't have to.
Yeah, as Labette County's going to run their fancy little football inbounds play where they have 4 guys with the inbounder. So that was weird, but Labette County's victorious 57-53. That's a big response. And don't forget, this is a good Rock Creek team. They were the 2 seed in this tournament, came in with a good record. This was the team we were supposed to play in the high school today, but that's the way it goes. They came into this tournament at 7-1. Or pardon me, 6-2 in the 2 seed. That was a good team we just beat, and in stretches we made them look pretty poor, but there towards the end of the game, they crawled back in it after we were up 20 in the second half. Labette County wins it by 4. We're going to step aside for a 3-minute timeout and come back with your Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Labette County Grizzly basketball. Welcome into the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Grizzly basketball, where your Grizzlies are victorious 57-53. They did lead by as many as 20 points in that second half, but Rock Creek outscored Labette County 27-12 in that fourth and final quarter, right after Labette County outscored them 21-11 in the third. It was an interesting night. Leading scores for you, Joe Page led all scores that we saw tonight with 21 points. He doubled Rock Creek's leading scorer, who was Burgess, with 10. So Joe Page had 21 points. He had 5 3-pointers. Xavier Phillips had 15 with 3 3-pointers. Griff Eaton had 7. Hudson Baker had 7. Trey Vincent had 2. Matthew Boyle had 5. And for Rock Creek, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different scores. Leading the way was Corley Burgess with 10. Venduska with 7, Snyder with 9, Rosa with 6, Zeller with 8, all of them in the fourth. He didn't play a lot in those first 3 quarters, but Zeller's a good ball player. Sturdy had 6, Welfinger had 2, and number 34, the mysterious number 34, had 3 points. And then Ethan Burgess had 2. It was Corley who had 10. Sturdy had 6. I forget who all I said. A lot of numbers, but regardless, Labette County won. Big win for Labette County to respond on Tuesday night when they lost to Ottawa. That one hurt. I know that it was a pretty brutal locker room afterwards. Not a lot of words were said. Long drive home. But this is how you should respond. And it may be a good thing, like you said, that they were met with adversity when Rock Creek had a chance. And they still came out on top.
Yeah, that's when it's all said and done and we win, it's always good to note that there's going to be times going forward when we're up maybe or whatever and get down and the pressure sets in. It's hard to get the ball up the floor. So it's just good practice. It's stuff you can't replicate in practice, I guess I should say it that way. But, it's just hard to maintain that. We're the better team, but I don't know if we're 25 points better.
Yes.
So when you get up on a team big, it's almost impossible to maintain that all the way through the game and for them not to catch fire a little bit. It's so some of what happened tonight is just part of basketball. It just happens.
That's right.
So the good guys won. So
as that very well, I mean, to beat Rock Creek by 4 points, maybe in the eyes of a lot of people, is how it should have been anyways. Because Rock Creek's a good team. I would say we're still that handful of points better.
Yeah.
But it just so happened to happen in the fashion that it did, like you said. It was all just kind of heaped into the fourth quarter, and the separation in these two teams just kind of prevailed in the end.
Yeah.
It just came in one big wave there in that fourth quarter when Rock Creek really turned over Labette County. Still no sign of Coach Argerbright, but I can guarantee you he'll come up here. The press is certainly something that Labette County is going to have to figure out, because if you do get into games that really matter when you're trying to win the league, you're on the road, band's playing, it's packed in there, it's loud, popcorn smell in the air, that can make you a little nervous sometimes as a basketball player, but yeah, that's something they're going to have to learn to handle a little bit better. But, I'd love to talk to Trey as Trey Vincent makes his way up there. Trey, thank you for coming up here. I appreciate it. Yeah, you can make your way in here.
You're
Good
welcome,
game, my friend.
Thank you.
Did Coach mention if he's coming up or not?
No, he said he's sending me up there.
Awesome. Well, hey, what a good replacement we have in Trey Vincent, the point guard for Labette County. Trey, you finished with a couple points tonight, but you do so much more than score the basketball for this team. Talk about how you see your role and how you proceed to carry it out like you do.
I see my role as a floor general.
Yeah.
I like to run the floor and find open teammates, as my teammate Xavier Phillips and Joe Page shot the ball really well. I mean, I may not score a lot, but I think it's more on a team effort more than just me myself.
That's right. As certainly there's you're not on the floor. Maybe Joe doesn't hit 5 threes. Maybe Xavier doesn't hit the threes that he did. So you're totally right. It's so important. I can't tell you how many times that we were struggling to break that press, and you just break it.
Yeah.
You just go behind the back between the legs, snatch it with the right hand, whatever the case may be. But your speed was certainly giving them fits and trying to turn us over. So just talk about how What was going through your mind? We're having trouble passing it to break the press, so I'm just going to break the press.
Yeah, I think it's more of like my coaches challenged me to take more leadership and run the floor more. So like from coming off from last game's loss, I took it more as of a challenge because I know my opportunity of being able to handle the ball and break presses easily. Because I'm probably, I think, as you say, one of the best point guards in SCK.
Yes. Oh, certainly. And on both ends of the floor, absolutely. And facilitating. And talk about, I've referred to you and Griff as the best point guard duo in the league. And
I agree.
Seasoned, good passers, don't turn it over a lot. You guys know what the expectations are and how to meet those. So talk about you and Griff Eaton's connection.
I think me and Griff have played together in every sport most of our lives. I think me and Griff are a good duo because we do everything together inside of sports and outside of sports. I think that helps us build our bond. And sometimes Griff may always not be confident, but I know I'm going to be his number one hype man to pick him up.
That's right. And Trey, obviously this is one where I think it was in the third quarter, maybe early fourth. I think it was third quarter. We led by 20, and then they start to close the gap. What's that like? When, up here on the fans, you get a little bit nervous, but what's that like on the floor?
On the floor, sometimes we stress a little bit, but I told him not to stress because that'll just make it work. I told him to play with more confidence, and Griffin and Joe didn't make the right passes, but I told him to keep the head up because I knew we had the confidence in our team.
That's right. As I know, Tuesday was certainly a disappointment. I know there wasn't a lot said in that locker room. So what did practice look like these last couple days? Because that's for sure a team we feel like we should have beat on Tuesday night. But a great bounce-back win tonight. But what did the week look like after Tuesday's loss?
That practice, we knew we had to lock it in and actually put in the work because we knew our team and our family that we have was way better than what we performed. But, we just worked harder and knocked down our shots.
Well, Trey, great spokesperson. I'm glad Coach Argerbright sent you up here. What an advocate you are for the Labette County basketball program. Your teammates and your head coach obviously thinks highly of you, and so do we here on the air and all of Grizzly Nation. But any final words before you play tomorrow? I think it's you guys draw now the 4:45 game.
Yes, we do.
I'm not sure who. I'm kind of lost here on this.
We play, who is it? Paola,
so
they pick up their first win today. But I think we can go and lock that in, coming off a great win today. But all I want to say is thank you to all the fans out there.
That's right. We sure love you, Trey. That's your Labette County point guard, one of them. Him and Griff Eaton make a heck of a 1-2 punch. Trey, thanks for coming up anytime. We'd love to have you. Labette County wins it 57-53 over Rock Creek. Great to hear from a player in Trey Vinson. That's a good young man right there and a heck of a ball player who we hope to see ball it up tomorrow at 4:45 because both teams won today, rather than playing at noon and 1:30 if we would have lost, which is great. We get those later slots at 3 and 4:45. So we are more than happy to bring you Grizzly basketball back-to-back games. We'll start on the air should they be on schedule here at the tournament. Sometimes, as you know, it might be 3:30 before we're on the air. So just hang with us. Keep your hand on the dial on the YouTube refresh button. But somewhere between 3 o'clock and 3:30, I'm sure we'll be on the air for that Tank Connection pregame show. And until that boys game is over sometime in the evening, it will be all Grizzly basketball. Amanda, thank you back at the station. Dad already left me. I don't know where he went. But hey, Lucas, thank you over there on the iPad. Labette County is victorious. Bounce back wins for both our girls and boys programs. We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon here on KLKC. And as always, God bless.